Corey Macklin here at ringside, and you are watching action which has just gotten underway. You're watching Bart Sawyer as he goes against the Shadow. So far, Bart Sawyer has been controlling this whole thing. Sawyer, the Shadow, you can see very upset with himself. And look at that. A big drop kick by Bart Sawyer.
Yeah, Bart Sawyer won that.
I forgot to turn my mic back on, but the mic's back on. It's fine. It's professional production over here. They threw up Jeff Jarrett versus Tom Pritchard. This is clearly Bart Sawyer versus the Shadow. I wonder who's under that goddamn gimmick. You got to think that dude's going to wrestle at least one more time on this show today.
Give him what he deserves.
There goes Bart Sawyer, the Bartman.
This was back in
up on the top rope now. Shadow trying to get to his feet.
That was nice.
Sawyer 2, 3. He got it.
Well, you got to be impressed with the athletic
That's a
ability
finisher.
that we've seen from Bart Sawyer.
Oh my God, with the damn.
Taken lightly, the Shadow.
My phone keeps going crazy. It will not stop.
Here today in the
It's getting very annoying.
Not all we got coming up.
Thank you, people, but I'm clearly busy
We've got a full card today.
with this Twitch stream right now.
Well, Dave,
there he is, one of the GOATs of all time, Dave Brown. Dave Brown. Dave Brown. Dave Brown. And also, there's Corey Macklin. He all right. I've heard things. It's fine. I ain't here to disparage nobody in the Memphis wrestling. This shit it's what got me through childhood, man. I'm 11 or 12 right now. My parents had just split up. That old dude right there was always at the shows. I wish I could, it's not on YouTube. I'm playing a local video file. I own all of these. It's a stack of DVDs that I own. There's your man, Tony Falk.
Tony Falk right there.
How about that?
Here comes
Brian Christopher.
His partner, Tony Williams.
I'll be damned. Yeah, you can tell there's lines at the bottom because these were taken off of a videotape, a VCR tape, and then put onto a DVD. I bought them years and years ago. Look at that tiger print, Joe Exotic.
I'm not going to do it.
He's rocking the porn mustache.
I told Eddie Marlin.
He's rocking the Joe Exotic pants.
And then I come here today, and they got me scheduled to wrestle as the new kids with Tony, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Well,
Tony, it's nothing against you personally. I mean, I like you a lot.
So this seems like he's a good guy.
You lay down.
Who's leaning towards maybe some bad guy things. Mr. Brian Christopher, Mr. Too Sexy. That's Eddie Marlin.
I know that you want to win every match you're in.
That's right.
But you are starting out on the wrong foot. Whether you know it or not, or whether you believe it or not, Brian, I like you. You've got a lot of potential. But
I remember, man, Eddie Marlin. They put Eddie Marlin on TV a lot, huh?
Tell me how to operate my business. And that's exactly what you're trying to do. You want to pick your opponents.
So they're doing the whole promoter on TV and everything. In 92 is, I'm guessing the WWF, WWE.
But when you start at the bottom, you
what is happening in 92? I don't know what's happening in 92 in wrestling. If there were more people in this watching this with me in the chat, they could tell me that I was ignorant. So maybe that's a good thing.
A spoiled kid. And if you're going to be in this business, you can't act like that. You've got to work and work hard.
This seems like Eddie Marlin going way too long on this promo. Yeah, look at that. Look at that hype-ass crowd.
That's right, and I'm saying, I'm giving you credit for that. You work hard, you can tell by your body. You go to the gym and you work out. But you got to get your head straight, Brian. You can't pick your opponents.
Look at that crowd. Look how happy that crowd is. I'm watching two streams at the same time. It's no good. Let me just watch this one. Here we go.
You cannot run this business. I'm running this business. I book you in the matches. You get in there and do your best and try to win. Now you've got to
he is still talking.
You can either get in there and wrestle and try to win.
That's like 8 minutes this dude been talking.
If you hit that door, it's going to be a loss on your record. Now, it's up to you, Brian. I've done all I can do.
Brian Christopher in shape than a motherfucker.
I'll get in there and try.
That's all I can ask for. Anybody.
He said, I get in there and
Okay,
try.
Brian, I think
Fuck
you're
it.
making the right decision here.
Fuck it, I didn't want to do it, but I came out here and I said I'm not going to do it, but fuck it. I'll get in there and I'll try.
Leave, that's a loss. So you climb in there with Tony, and, you know, you can give it a shot and come out with a victory here, and that'll look mighty good if the
Look
new
at all them
kids,
kids. Well, you
Brian
you
and
right
Tony
up
have
in
a
their
victory
damn,
over the likes of Doug
in their
Masters
kitchen,
and Tony
just
Falk.
running up on them. No
Veteran
cares in the
wrestlers. Here
damn
comes,
world.
Tony Williams out, Brian's partner. Yeah, Brian holds the rope for him and lets him in there and greets
I
him and
remember
says,
that
hey, let's
guy.
go, let's beat these guys. Well, that's the attitude you're going to have. I don't know if Tony heard that interview or not.
I think like 40% of the people in the ring right now are
let's see
Jerry
what happens
Lawler's
with the new
relatives.
kids here. Tony Christian, the referee, calls for the bell, and here's Corey Macklin with
I
the
think
action.
that rep is his son.
Brian.
And then obviously Brian Christopher's his
Hanging
son.
up in tag team action. Good to see the new kids back together. Thought there was history at one
The
time.
new
That young team that
kids.
couldn't go a lot of places. Brian, just eager to win bouts, I tell you. And you can't
That's
much
a
blame
good
the guy,
goddamn punch.
but he really wants to be at the top.
Who are they
Promoted
fucking
him on and had to
wrestling?
tell him,
I know Tony Falk gets his shit in some of these matches, but that's a whole lot of action for a guy I don't fucking remember. And why are there so many bleach blonde
There's nothing at
dudes?
all wrong with that. He wants to be a winner. He wants to be at the top of the profession. As Eddie pointed out, he was just going about it the wrong way. You have to work hard and earn the right to wrestle.
He got
in
the
the
wrist-
top
he got the
matches.
wrist
And,
danglies
Brian
going
has
on.
that potential, but maybe not today. Maybe he's going to have to work a little harder.
if they could get a win over Doug Masters and Tony Falk, two veteran wrestlers.
Everybody wearing tights, that's nice. You don't see that. You'll never see that in a match with this many people in it. Everybody wearing wrestling tights.
Turning that on, twisting it. Again, reversal. Now Masters working on the arm of Tony Williams. New kid
Tony Williams.
twisting that
Tony
arm.
Williams. I kind of remember Tony Williams.
Big right hand. Whoa, another one of those chops by Doug Masters. Chop again.
Doug
Throw,
Masters.
Brian, reversal. Masters comes off.
Ooh. Little,
Nice takedown by
little
Tony.
close to
Real
the
nice
chest
takedown.
there.
Tony
I was
with
eating.
arm
There he
bar.
is, that old dude in the
The
background of
victim
that
of a right
blue,
hand
the
a
blue
couple of
jacket.
times from Doug Masters.
He was at
Masters
all
doesn't
these
mind
shows.
doubling up
Every
the
day,
fist
why,
and
like,
hit you
we'll
with it, and he
see.
did that.
We got a whole year of them. I got a whole run. Oh, shit.
Taken down by
Tony Falk barely got up and over on that one.
Yeah, Tony Falk.
I have a whole
Overhand,
year,
overhand.
the whole 1992. I had to buy the whole year. There's a whole shot of an ass.
Falk does not like it.
Because I'm on one. There he goes. Got it. He won't let him go.
Falk had
Look
Tony
at
there,
him. Taking
boy,
them big
stuck
old
in there.
bumps. You know, I don't know
Tony
what that
Williams
is.
reversed it, tags his
That's
partner,
probably
Brian
the
Christopher.
same
Brian
wrestling
Right,
gear
puts the mix
outfit.
on Falk.
Tony Falk, if he was working.
Tony jumps over
Well,
Brian.
shit. Now I'm wondering, is that the same damn outfit of the cat? Is that the Shadow? Is he the Shadow?
Brian looking good.
You never know back in them days. He could have been the
ropes.
Shadow.
That's his
Tony
partner,
Falk
Tony
was
Williams,
like
and look at this.
top-notch worker back then. Look at him, taking all the bumps.
Tony Falk,
That's the new kids team that we're used to seeing.
that is. Team that has come a long ways too, Dave. Was on when they first started.
But I got a whole
championship
year
wrestling, and
Of
they
these,
have certainly come a long ways. Look good.
of these shows, because I'm on some of them. One specifically that I knew of,
New kid Tony Williams. Doug
where
Masters in the ring
Brian
now.
Christopher, I got to bust an egg over his head after a match on TV, and I wanted footage of it. So I bought all these
Goes Tony to
DVDs.
that turnbuckle there. Picks Tony up, throws him into the ropes. Big elbow. Big elbow by Doug
Big
Masters.
elbow from Doug Masters.
Working on new kid Tony. This bout, just a second bout today.
That's
on
a
Championship
bright red
Wrestling.
ass shirt on the
Still got
rip.
a lot to go. Both out, referee Kevin Christian counting on Tony Williams and Doug Masters.
Oh,
There's Brian
man.
trying to get a tag on his partner. He does.
This is
Comes
not
back,
exactly.
big
That's a
drop
good
kick
drop
by
kick, though.
What a drop kick by Brian. Takes Masters into the ropes.
This shit got so many viewers
Clothesline
every
on
Saturday
Jeff
morning.
Rassle.
This is
Jackson's
probably
partner, Tony.
like the downswing of
Tony
USWA.
holding Masters. Brian.
Oh,
good
no.
clothesline, and
That
Masters
can't be
ducking
good
out
right there.
Tony. Got a pin cover. 2, 3. Oh, that's it. 1, 2, 3.
He pinned that bitch on a clothesline.
Tony,
Hey, look at this.
yeah.
Brian
One
is
clothesline
in
and
the
Tony
ring.
Williams
He
is down for the
he is
3
yelling
count.
at
What the
Tony. He
hell?
was kicking the ropes. He is upset. He's throwing a tantrum for what he's doing. Look at that.
Yeah, he is very upset, Dave. And really, you know, Brian cost him that match. Well, you know, Tony was holding Masters. Masters just simply ducked, and Brian went
He's
for a
still hurt. That was a
clothesline and
devastating
caught his partner
clothesline.
there. He is all upset at Tony.
It is one of those situations
Yeah.
where Brian had committed. He was in the middle of the air, and all of a sudden,
He loses every single time. He gets in there and loses. Lays down. I train hard. I take this serious, and he loses.
well, Brian, it's a loss. I know that, but I mean,
It goes on my record. See, I didn't lose the match.
well, it was a situation where
What is your problem?
What? What? Huh?
Let me tell you something.
I did not lose.
Let me tell you something, Brian. You're out here telling me that I don't try. You're out here telling me that I'm not in the gym every day. Everybody that knows me and you knows that I'm the one that tries. I'm the one that's in the gym.
Why do they
7 days a
keep
week.
saying try? I'm gonna try. I'm the one that tries. Nobody
No,
tries
everybody
harder
knows
than
this
me.
knows the truth. I try. You are not one.
What
bit
kind of?
better than
I'm
me.
a wrestling badass because I try.
That then, huh? Huh?
Eddie,
Hold it.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I can't spend all of my time here taking care of your
We gotta
problems.
get Eddie Marlin
That
back
goes
on
for you,
fucking
too.
screen.
Now you're out here acting like a couple of children, a couple of kids, a couple of kindergarten. You realize that? Do you realize that you're acting like little bitty kids?
Man,
This is a man's
this is just
profession, and
making
if
me
you're gonna be in
sad.
it, you're gonna have to
Because if I
conduct
hadn't
yourself
watched
like
this,
a
if
man.
I'd ever got a bunch of
Now,
money
you're
and I got to
young.
book
I
my own
realize that.
TV show, I
You
would
may
have
not
totally
think
been
it, but
Eddie
at
Marlin.
one time I
But
was
now I
young.
can't be because
But I
this is
was fucked.
fucking ridiculous. And I
In
remember
school, I
it
had a
too.
principal that was smart.
His
He
ass was
real
always,
smart.
it was Eddie
We always in
Marlin
the hallway,
or this
we had
dude
this
named
yakety
Guy
yak.
Coffee
I'm tough. You're not tough. You're not
or
tough.
Burt
I'm tough.
Prentice.
Always having an argument.
It was
One day I
always
was in
on
the
TV,
hallway.
just putting
I
themselves on
learned.
TV.
I thought
Get
I
the
was a
fuck
big,
off
tough
TV,
dude.
man.
The
Nobody
guy
want
I
to
was arguing
see
with
you.
thought he was a big tough
Nobody
dude.
gives a fuck
He
about
grabbed us
you.
for the collar. Said, "Come on." He carried us to the gym. You know what he did?
Eddie
He put a
Marlin
set
has
of boxing gloves on
legitimately
us and
spent
said, "Here,
more time
fight it out.
talking
I don't want to hear no more of your mouth.
on
Fight
this
it out."
goddamn
And
television
no
show
falls, no rounds,
than they've
just the
had
best man
promos
standing.
from
Now,
wrestlers
that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
plus
You two
wrestling
guys
matches by
add it to the
wrestlers.
card.
So
You're
all
gonna
the
get
other
it in there,
stuff
you're
that's
gonna
on the
put your
show
boxing gloves. It'll be
is
no
less
falls,
than
it'll be no
promo
rounds,
time
no count out.
for
You
Eddie
continue
fucking
from one man to
Marlin.
loser. Now both of you get out here and get to the dressing room.
This
I've
is
heard
not the
enough
greatest
of it.
angle either. There we go. Well, no, it's because Eddie Marlin's dumbass was standing in the wrong position with his back to the camera, and the cameraman's like, "What am I gonna do? This fucking idiot standing here with his fucking back to the fucking thing."
Well, I may be a little bit right, but anyway, Eddie said, the way we're going to solve it is put the boxing gloves on. This week, that's going to be coming up. Let's
love
take a break.
Dave
Oh,
Brown.
when we come back, wait till you see this. We'll be back in just a
The
moment.
golden era of this shit is the Lance Russell years, but I was born in 1980. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-da.
Well, it's been going on for some time now, and I think really it got serious when that
I'm
beer opener was
I'm
brought
glad
into play
this guy
by
cut the
Richard
commercials
Lee, the
for me
manager
when he
of the
sent me the
Moondogs.
DVDs, but I'm
Moondogs against
also
Jarrett and Fuller. Take a
kind
look
of
at
sad because I still remember shit from watching these shows. What do we got here?
Robert Fuller, Dave, and he just got started.
You know what? That looks like a can opener.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't know if it's a dog food can opener or what. That's what it looks
Is this
like. That he handed
a
out
throwback?
to,
I was talking.
to
My bad. I'm
Spike,
sorry.
Moondog Spike out on
That's the
apron.
Moondogs. I was
Moondog
terrified of those
Spike in there.
motherfuckers.
Spot and Spike.
Terrified.
You think you can win?
Jarrett out
Here's your
there.
boy, Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff out to
Yeah, now Jeff can't
take a look at Robert.
No, Jeff Jarrett
These are
is
like
not
some
supposed
weird
to be out here.
cuts.
Jeff Jarrett has no business being out
he
here.
can be out here.
You need to take Jeff and send him back to the
Jeff can stay out here. Jeff cannot get
Fucking
in the
Robert
ring. If
Fuller
Jeff gets in the
bleeding
ring, out of here,
everywhere.
disqualification.
Jeff Jarrett, 18 years old.
Robert Fuller. They've
The
got it
fucking
busted open.
Moondogs,
Go for the
Frank
pin cover.
Morrell.
1, 2, whoa, 3.
No.
Was that
He
a 3
said
count?
two.
Yeah, 3 count. Yeah,
That's only 2. Frank Brown don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's a 3 count.
It was a 3 count. Oh, Frank Brown just sucks.
Oh, man.
Well, goddamn, Jeff Jarrett, get in there and help the son bitch. There you go. They're beating the fuck out of him. Best punches in the business. Look at that. Look what he pulls those punches from back there and lands them up here. I love it. Oh shit. Hit him with the classic. Oh shit, he went into the trunks. Those motherfuckers used to make everybody bleed.
They completely went after Robert again, and Jeff Jarrett jumped in the ring to try to help his partner.
So this is like this is a package of Jeff Jarrett, Robert Fuller, and Moondogs fucking on each other. Because they would do that. I know we bitch about it nowadays where the same people wrestle. We're like, hey, they wrestled 4 times. Well, they used to do that back in the day because they fucking hated each other. Why would you just stop wrestling because you hate each other? The reason that it sucks nowadays is because they don't hate each other. Not in real life, but like in stories. They don't have reasons to actually want to be this violent. It should all just be wrestling contest with like, no one should ever like really try to do anything. You should just try to win and be like, all right, good job, man. Well, maybe next time. Ah, you hate each other. Look at that. Fighting over people to get to each other.
Mark my words. From this day forward, Dave Brown, there is no more justice except Moondog justice in the USWA. And Jeff Jarrett, watch.
They
brother.
beat the fuck out of them boys.
The monitor.
Them job boys. Oh, god damn.
Yeah, well, referee
Mass transit up in here.
said ring the
They
bell.
cut. I was terrified of them.
The bell
Fucking
has sounded.
Moondogs, man. Scared the shit out of me. Look at that ring.
Yeah, they've got Kelly and Mason
about
both
that?
busted open. And
Look at them ropes.
I tell you, Richard, I wish
Sometimes
you'd
there'd be
get them out of here.
duct
The bell
tape
is
on that
over with. The
motherfucker.
referee's running the bell. Just take the Moondogs out of here, would you?
Here comes Candyman out. Maybe
Look out.
now. Oh, look out, look out.
Here comes the Candyman. Don't do it, Candyman. You're gonna get fucking murdered, bruh.
Come on, Lee. Get him out of here. Oh, the Scorpion came
Scorpion
out.
came out and Candyman, oh, he hit Candyman with that chair and all these Moondogs. Man, these guys are wild.
Fucking
I tell you.
carnage.
Richard, I wish we could get them out of here. Now, this is ridiculous. They come in here, they've already fought their bout.
That fucking
Take 'em
whistle,
out of here.
man.
Eddie Marlin's trying to get him out of here. They continue. Oh,
Blowing
and
whistles in
LTD
92.
was refereeing.
How about that shit? Look at that guy. He's like, oh, God.
Get these guys out of here.
Oh, dear God. I'm only getting $25 for this. Please,
Wrapping the
God,
rope
stop.
around his neck. Richard Lee blowing that whistle as if to say, sick him. Go get him.
He's got a rope around
Come on,
his neck.
Richard. Call him off.
Richard,
Call him off and get him out of here.
Told you,
Oh,
Dave
man.
Brown, I'm going to end.
Oh, dear
Here's the
God.
team.
Here's
This
the
is the
tap,
end
man.
of
They
the
killing him.
team, Dave Brown, right here.
Oh,
They
boy,
killing
this
him.
Oh, we
is
need some help
ridiculous.
here. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
This is
Candy
no
Man.
good.
He's
Now, wait his feet
The
on the ground. He's good
Bulldog.
now.
Oh, here comes
Hammering.
CD Steele here
Let
now.
him go too far. Look, Jim
There's
Jarrett's like,
CD
God
out
damn it,
there.
my feet are on the ground. Lift me up.
goodness.
I tell you
This
the
is
truth.
no good.
Boy, I tell you, we
The
need to get
visual's
these
no
guys
good.
out of here. It doesn't make any
There you
sense.
go. Lean into it. They've left you.
Interview or anything. I want to thank these people for the fine reception that they gave me and coming back. I've had some holidays that didn't turn out.
What Richard Lee here.
What did it take for you to learn a lesson? What did
Bow, motherfucker. You got caught. Don't come out here pointing your finger at me, buddy.
Robert Fuller.
Yeah, Richard
They
Lee
used to
came out
fucking,
here.
they used
He
to
did
thug out in that
well.
little studio,
Back
man.
up a
I
second,
love
let me
this
tell you.
shit so much.
Robert Lee came out here. Robert just knocked him down. He's got him by the tie, dragging him into the ring.
He's got him
Robert
hanging
Fuller has been watching that videotape.
Oh, this
and he
feels
is
like the
seized about
Moondogs
it.
are
He
coming
was
any
telling me
second
that as we
now.
were watching the
You're
tape.
taking too long. Yep, there they are.
Moondogs
Look
are
out,
here.
Robert. There's the Moondogs come out here.
I love that the wrestling ring sometimes is
Robert
like an
Fuller takes his
invisible
shirt off.
wall.
He's still not backing
in a
up.
studio.
And the Moondogs have collected Richard Lee. And the
Like, there's
wise thing
fucking
for
two
them
of
to do
them,
is
and they
gonna
got
be to get out of
weapons.
here. And it-
They should be able to take him out, right? Is it because
Two,
he's got the high
three.
ground?
It's over.
He got the win.
Moondogs get the win.
Fuller.
Stealing Hayes.
I'm going to tell you something, Bob. You're nothing but a long, lanky-legged, beat-the-low-down Tennessee Greg.
Oh, he's cutting the fuck out that promo.
My Murdoch has never done anything to you. You came out here with a cannon. You tried to cut their hands open. It didn't work. Jeff Jarrett used a steel chair. It didn't work. I've never done nothing. You tried to take my life by hanging me, Robert Fuller.
Look at that crowd, dude. The crowd is just nuts. Oh, man. What a wild time. Oh.
You're gonna be sorry, Robert Fuller.
Good job by that guy getting into the camera frame. Hey, oh, shit.
Action coming up at the Mid-South Coliseum this week. And by the way, great
Mid-South
crowd last
Coliseum.
Saturday night. Thanks
Rest
for
in
joining us.
peace.
And if you weren't there, you missed some super action. We'll be showing you a little bit of that in just a moment. That
was always the
this
best.
Monday night, though.
Because they had Monday night.
At the Mid-South Coliseum.
This was like
nine big matches.
The way that it's almost like an infomercial with wrestling.
About a moment ago.
They were trying to sell you on their traveling show.
Parking is free.
And the Monday night show at the Coliseum. The
Opening
Dirty
match
White
tonight,
Boy. Look at the
Sandman.
Sandman.
The Californian going against Tony Anthony,
How about
the Dirty
that
White
shit?
Boy. And by the way, these first three matches, the winners will advance to a battle royal, and tell you more about the battle royal in just a moment. But right now, remember, the winners of the first three matches advance to a battle royal. Dirty White Boy, the Sandman in the first one, and the next one, it'll be the Missouri Tiger, Jeff Gaylord, going against the Candyman. And then
that's Reggie B. Fine, right?
Beware, the Birdman will be going against Tony
Coco
Falk.
Beware.
And again, the winners
I'm pretty
of
sure
each
the
of those
Candyman
first three
is
matches
Reggie B.
advance
Fine.
to a battle
But
royal.
I could be wrong.
Before we
And
get
I
to the
hope
battle
I'm
royal, a
not,
little
I'm
bit
not just
breather for the folks
racist.
who were in those
Well, that
preliminary
looks a lot
matches.
like Reggie B.
Brian
Fine.
Christopher and Tony Williams will be going against
there it
each other,
is.
not in a wrestling match,
They're
but
going
in
to
a
settle the
boxing match.
score.
But, Corey, it's going to be an interesting boxing match. No rounds or anything like that.
Right. No rounds in that bout. And it won't be a cat fight. It'll be a dog fight between these two,
You know, I'm not sure if they'll have a referee out there or not. I didn't catch whether Eddie said there'd be a referee, and I probably better have one somewhere around. The way these two young men are going to be going at each other with the boxing gloves on, and try to settle who is the toughest. Eddie said no rounds. It's just whoever's standing, and finally one will have to say, well, maybe I'm not so tough after all. Then the three-man battle royal that we told you about.
Damn, this is the whole
card.
card.
Will get a world title shot. We'll have more to say
Lawler
about
must have
that
been gone to
situation a little bit
WWE
later
for
on
sure
today.
then, right?
Following that, the Indian strap match. We told you a bit about this.
All right, here we go. Now we're keep going. Here we go.
Was involved in a match at the
Doug
time.
Masters
It'll be Sawyer
versus
against
Bart
Masters.
Sawyer.
Masters has been bringing that belt into the ring
battle of
area
the bleach
trying to use it on Sawyer. Well, Sawyer got a hold of it, but then Masters headed back for the dressing area and
Where's
got
the
away
money,
from Sawyer.
though?
Well,
Jarrett
Sawyer says, there any way
Fuller
we can
versus
do
the
this so that he
Moondogs?
can't get away? And the promotion said, well, how about an Indian strap match? Both men have agreed to it. That means that they will be tied together.
Is that still
Indian
a
strap
thing?
is about 6, 7 feet long. So that's
It feels like there's going to be a lot of uncomfortable moments
so that should make for
throughout this
interesting
viewing.
situation as Masters
They're
will
going
be
to
going
say
against
some
Sawyer
shit.
in that one. Then
They're going to say
it's
some
gonna be a
racist
mixed tag
shit.
match.
They're going to say some
Embry,
homophobic
that's right.
shit.
Back
They're going to say some
Embry
wild
and
shit, man, because
CJ
this is
going against
1992
Tom
in
Pritchard,
Memphis,
Dr.
for
Tom,
Christ's
and
sake.
Ms.
It's
Texas. So Embry
not the
back
best
in
of
with
times
CJ against
and
Pritchard and Ms.
places
Texas.
for
And remember
fucking
now, this is not
people
a
who
situation with
aren't
CJ and Ms. Texas in the
white.
corner as valets. They're going to be
Straight
involved
people.
in the action there, too. Wild match has the makings
Eric
for that one
Embry. I
right
remember
there.
Eric Embry being
World
pretty
Tag
good.
Team titles
I don't
on the
remember
line
CJ.
after
Miss
that.
Texas is the
Robert
best
Fuller
ever.
and Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, Jarrett
finest
Fuller and the
world
Moondogs.
champions
All right.
we have had in the history of the USWA. They will be going against the big Moondogs. The Moondogs, you see him gnawing on that bone right there, which is
You see him gnawing on that bone
more
right
times
there.
than one. The world titles hang in the balance. Then a world unified.
Oh, hell.
Kamala
There
will
you
be
go.
going against Jerry Lawler. And Lawler will have this shot at Kamala, but...
Kamala and Jerry
we'll
Lawler.
try to
Is that
get
how
to
they
the king
spell
on
it?
this a little bit later on.
I didn't
My
even know that.
understanding is it will not be a return for this match right
Lawler
here.
wrestled 5 times in the tournament. You know, we had last
World
time the
title
Coliseum.
match.
Came out
Kamala
the winner.
versus
He'll be challenging
Jerry
Kamala,
Lawler.
trying to get the unified world title back around his waist.
That's it. It looks like a super night at the Mid-South Coliseum. Monday night, 7:30 again. It begins. And don't forget the parking is going to be free too. 9 super matches
free parking,
on the card. No increase in price. Monday, 7:30 at the Mid-South Coliseum. Well, we showed you a recap a few moments ago of the situation that has been building for weeks now against the Moondogs, Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller. Well, last Saturday night at the Coliseum, they had a wild match, and here's what happened.
You know, I can't remember. There's no way we could have seen this. So anybody that's in studio didn't get to see these parts. There was no monitor set up for you to watch.
Top of the head, a Moondog spot. Jarrett picks him up, fires him back up into the ring, goes in after him, shoots him into the roof.
Oh, god damn. Jim Jarrett's got to stop throwing those drop kicks, man. They're waiting on him every time.
Jarrett grabs a hold of Spot, brings him outside to the floor, rams him into the metal railing.
It's wild, man. Where I come from, Jerry Lawler was a babyface, and Jeff Jarrett was a babyface. All the top Memphis guys were immediately heels when they came to WWE. You might as well be like in the League of Nations if you're from the Deep South. Nice. Look at that. Robert Fuller's brother, Ron Fuller, he has a good podcast. If you like really, really long stories to get you through long drives and you're into old wrestling. Choking him out, talking a little smack, choking him out, chair to the throat. That whistle used to fucking drive me insane. That whistle used to fucking drive me insane. Now, why did the other Moondogs stay bent over so goddamn long? I didn't like that. That was weird. He kicked the one cat, and he's like, ah! And the other Moondog's like, I think this is still going to go good. Why are there tags? There's clearly no disqualification. They're hitting each other with fucking chairs and everything. This is AEW. I mean, goddamn, this is AEW before AEW. Robert Fuller's a house of fucking fire. It's all punches and head. It ain't no jumps. No jumps, no stamp. It's just all these motherfuckers. Oh, that shit, that looked like it popped back hit him. They just beating the shit out of each other. I don't think I've seen a goddamn wrestling move in this match yet. Oh, he took one. Richard Lee took one to the guts. What do we got now? The rope? No, we're going to hang somebody else. I'll text my kid and see if I can make him make me a cup of coffee. That's a good way to go. I can just call him. They going to hang him now. I'll be damned. This is like Uber, but for your own house.
When we return.
Damn Moondogs. Hey, bud, will you come grab this coffee cup? Make me a cup of coffee.
Jeff Jared Robert Fuller headed this way. We want to talk to him just for a moment if we can before we get him into the ring. They do have a match coming up here
Tennessee
today.
Stud. There had to be a problem between him and his brother. Because his brother definitely calls himself the Tennessee Stud.
And the Sandman.
I wonder if they get along. I bet they don't.
Jeff and Robert's with.
Look at that robe on Jeff Jarrett. That's an outfit right there, party people. Look at the robe on Fuller, man. Everybody had robes back then.
6 or 7 weeks until you really actually see it put down and you see it on the monitor and you realize all the battles and all the different episodes that have taken place between myself and Robert and the Moondogs. And yeah, without question, Moondogs, we faced an awful lot of teams the past year. We faced Steve Austin and Tom Pritchard, the Texas Hangman, the Ballroom Brawlers, and now, yeah, you Moondogs, and by far, you are the toughest tag team we faced.
He only named 2 other tag
teams
when
me and Robert
for the whole
became
year.
The World Tag Team Champions, we became the World Wrestling Tag Team Champions, and that's what we concentrated on.
Thank you, buddy.
And that might be our problem, Moondogs, because, no, you don't wrestle. Yeah, you fight, and you scratch, and you claw. Well, we found out by facing the Ballroom Brawlers that you got to get just as down and dirty and nasty as they are to win the matches. And right now you hold those tag belts, and that's what me and Robert are after. And guys, another thing, you don't win just by wrestling. You win by fighting. You win by your manager, by your bottle opener, and by most of all, that bone. Because when you get that bone, Robert knows, yeah, maybe better than I do, what the bone can do. So, guys, you better get ready because we're coming after those belts, and Richard Lee, we're coming after your hide.
You know, you
We're coming after your
We can stand out here and talk all day, but I just as soon take it in the ring right now and show them what we're talking about.
Robert Fuller.
Yeah, he said, well, Jeff, you used up all of our damn time, so I guess we'll just have to go wrestle. What the hell is this?
A couple of big guys stepping in there against him.
This fella brought a surfboard with him. Hell yeah.
Californian, the Sandman.
Oh, that's the Sandman!
Yeah, tough team and Gaylord and Sandman.
Wait,
These two
what?
guys went after each other in the World Tag Team Tournament.
The Sandman came out with a surfboard?
There's the bell, and here we go. Jeff Gaylord, Sandman jumping on Jarrett and Fuller. Before the bell even sounded, everybody's in the ring. There's Gaylord.
How did I not know that the Sandman came out with a fucking surfboard?
Goes Jeff into the rope. Whoa, double backdrop.
He's wearing like a whole surfer
Josh with a big elbow
gimmick.
on Jeff. Now there's Gaylord up on the middle rope. Sandman.
Is Sandman a beach gimmick and sand because of sand on the fucking beach? What is happening right now?
Gaylord and his Sandman jump on Jarrett and Fuller before the bell even sounds. Gaylord hadn't even taken a chance to take his top off there. He wants to beat Jarrett and Fuller, I tell you.
That's crazy.
Ready for action, jumping on Jeff.
I don't even want to cough directly at the camera.
Gaylord and the Sandman feeling pretty good about what's happening.
Oh, shit.
Goodness.
Sandman on the top rope.
Wait a minute.
Left hand.
A surfer has, like, great balance.
Choking Jeff by that rope.
What the fuck was that?
That referee got the count
A
on
surfer is, like, has some of the best balance in the world. And I think we all, like, Sandman just damn near fell off the top. Oh, man, this is Sandman because of the beach. I'm mind blown. Holy shit. I'm so excited to go through the rest of these fucking videos now.
Only a 2 count, Jeff.
But it was close.
Barely made it. Yeah, I was going to say barely.
This is amazing.
Football tackle there by
I'm so happy.
Oh, he went that time. Jeff moved out of the way. Reaching for his partner, Robert Fuller, Tennessee Stud.
Robert Fuller finna kill everybody.
Right hand on the Sandman.
Hot tag, baby. Hot tag.
Uh-oh, Dave. Look at him.
Oh, look out the Moondog.
Oh, boy.
Ah,
Richard Lee, I
shit.
tell you, this does not make any sense whatsoever.
There was always some shenanigans at TV. Look at how hype that crowd was and all up in everybody's kitchen they were before. Let's see. Look at them. They a little bit more reserved now. Look, Sandman said, "No, fuck that." Not even the Sandman fucks with the Moondogs, baby.
Hey, look at this. Robert Fuller's got one of them over in the corner, but look out.
Look, he's got a can opener there, Jeff. Jeff gets him with a big right, and he drops that bone.
That bone lying there in the ring. Jeff's got it.
Jeff's got the bone. Jeff has got the bone. Oh, he cracked him. He cracked him.
With that bone, that's the bone that they all
Look at that crowd. Look how excited they are.
People over with that thing, and Robert Fuller.
Jeff has got the bone.
Whoa, Robert. Jeff's got a chance. The Moondogs.
Oh shit, they are in the crowd, bud.
That bone cut him open. Jeff and Robert both have chance. Hey, look out over here, Dave. Look out.
The crowd shots are so quick, it's very hard to tell if I'm there or not, to be honest with you. I don't know. A lot of these shows I'm there, a lot of these shows I'm not.
Got the Moondogs cut open.
I don't remember what was going on
as Robert and Jeff have got the Moondogs
this time period.
Bleeding. Look out, Corey. They're
obviously, I was living in Memphis with my father at the time, which means he was not currently living in Nashville, stalking my mother. God rest both their souls, if that's a deal.
Jeff Jarrett swinging that chair.
Hopefully they're not doing too bad down there. Either way.
Boy, I tell you, we need to get some order over here. Let me get out of the way here.
Get the fuck off these things. Look, they try to do a pull apart. It's like the laziest fucking pull apart ever, bro.
Wow, the Moondogs are going berserk.
Oh, shit, man.
That's a wild free-for-all going out here.
Get you guys and they stop interfering in bouts, we wouldn't have this trouble, I tell you. Yeah, why don't you get Richard Lee now? Whoa! Jeff's got one of the Moondogs.
Oh, yeah, they turned the whole table up.
Trying to get it all sorted out.
Shit's
He's telling
going
Richard
down.
Lee, get them out of here. Meanwhile, Robert Fuller and Jeff Jarrett. Oh, look out. The Moondogs with that Mike Sand coming after Robert Fuller now. Look out, Jeff picked up the chair again. Yeah, and there go the Moondogs, and there goes Richard Lee with one parting shot from the chair by Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett, Robert Fuller with the upper hand here today. Oh, and Jeff Jarrett has just taken the bone back from the referee who had secured it. Jeff picks it up, and he's got it at hand. Here's Robert.
You see this blood running down my arms? You see the blood on my body? Well, it ain't my blood. It's Moondog blood. I'm going to tell you something, boy. You see the difference right there in that ring? Jeff said it earlier. That bone makes a whole lot of difference. And now it belongs to Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller. Boys, you're going to get just what you deserve. We're going to fight fire with fire. We're going to hit you with your own bone. With this Jeff Jarrett.
We're going to hit you with your own bone. That's good, though. This ain't my blood. It's Moondog blood. That was good. I like that.
We never teamed up, and we didn't always see eye to eye. But now, you can bank on it. We're the best tag team the USWA has ever seen. And you want this chair right here, Jeff Jarrett? Well, Moondog, you'll get it come next time. And boys, I've felt this bone plenty of times, and you've heard the saying, look what the cat dragged in. Well, look what Jeff and Robert dragged in this time, boys.
Look what Jeff and Robert dragged in this time, boys.
Seem to really like a good fight. You're in the right place to get it, Moondog.
Back in a moment.
I don't even care if this was the downswing. I still love this shit. Look at that. R.I.P. Jeff Jarrett on the chair, man. Come on, that's dope.
After all of that, Moondogs, I'm
simple, a little
sorry
bit
to
of
say,
paint.
are scheduled in a match coming up a little bit later on, so I'm afraid we'll be looking at them again out here in a few minutes. First, Let's take a moment. Last week, Corey mentioned earlier that Lawler had to wrestle 5 times last week in order to make it to get the shot at the World Unified title held by Kamala. He was successful. Here's a bit of a recap of that tournament action.
Jerry Lawler beat 5 people on the same night.
Broke the chokehold. Gaylord going up to the top rope. Coming down. But Lawler out of the way. Lawler goes with a pin cover. That's going to be it. The Sandman just threw Lawler right into referee Frank
That was not the finish.
Their heads colliding in the center of the ring. The referee down. Unfortunately,
Sandman going for his surfboard. It's crazy. Sandman going for his surfboard. Oh, wow. Rolls him up. Look at that classic Frank Maria. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. This is my childhood happening right now in front of my eyes. This is amazing. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Oh. Ow. It looked like Lawler said to him, "You're fucking fired."
Oh, he tried to hit a big backflip by Gaylord, knocked Sandman down on the concrete floor. Sandman had something in his trunks there. Don't know what he had. The referee says ring the bell. Ring the bell. He declared Gaylord the winner.
2 referees in the match trying to keep it off.
Lawler versus Gaylord. A lot of tournaments back then. They only had 4 wrestlers left. I get it, man. USWA in 1992 was basically crux wrestling today. And listen to that crowd they had. Ah! Hit him right on the chin with the gimmick from his dick. Lawler with the foot on the rope. Frank Morrell does not see it. Jeff Gaylord is so excited. The Missouri Tiger, Jeff Gaylord. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. The other ref did not get in the ring and say he hit him with the thing, disqualify him. He said, no, Lawler got his foot on the rope. They got a backup referee who also didn't see him hit him with the fucking gimmick. Oh, pulled his ass out. Oh. He must have had that man's ass out for a while. Goddamn. Good job, Lawler. Good job, King. Good job.
Thought he had it won, but didn't work out that way. Here, right now, is the King, the man who's going to get the shot at that World Unified title. He's got the crown in his hand right there. All the fans want to say hi to the King as he comes around this way.
The King. What's going on, King?
Absolutely
All right,
no doubt
back
about
on
it.
me. Let's focus on what's important. Not the King. There we go.
And now this Monday night, he gets the shot at Kamala. And
what a great crowd over here. Get a shot of it one time.
Yeah, get a shot of that crowd over there. Good job, Lawler. Look at them.
Great crowd.
They're hyped. They're ready. They're loving it.
Week, and I'm sure they'll be with you this week against Kamala. We kind of touched on it. Maybe you want to mention it too, and we'll get more explanation later on. There's a no return.
Look at that. He's got the deep V-neck sweater with no shirt underneath, the gold chain, the little curl. Hell yeah.
That are going to take place this week. They're devising what they're trying to do. Is they're devising new ways to get contenders. In the past, you all know, every week you've come out here and you've updated the top 10 list. And I always felt like if you were the #1 contender, you should be the one to get the shot at the world title. But apparently Eddie Marlin has been getting so much grumbling and complaints from the other guys who are in the top 10, and even guys that aren't necessarily in the top 10. Like, a few weeks ago we had a situation where because Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller both been wrestling tag team matches, they weren't even listed in the top 10 contenders. But of course, both of those guys would be worthy of a title shot at any time, and you can't blame those guys for one title shot. So I think Eddie Marlin has come up, and the championship committee have come up with some new ways. They're going to look at some new ways to give
different people's title shots. One is this week, as you said, those 6 guys are going to go in there. Then the 3 winners will come back in a
We've
battle
already
royal.
covered this shit,
And then
Lawler. Come on.
that man that is the last man in that battle royal will get the next shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. So you know, I realize that this is a one-time shot, at least for the time being, because if I don't make good on it Monday night, then I'm going to have to start. You know, I don't know if I may still be ranked as the #1 contender, but as you know, that doesn't mean you're going to get the shot automatically. So
I have no idea what he's talking about. I don't know who's getting the shot at who. I don't know who the fucking champion is.
And that, you know, that means so much that
I really have to pee
when you're in a match like that, when you're in a tournament, and especially when you're in a match
I'm definitely
for
not
the
gonna
world
make it
title,
another 15
which is what's going
minutes.
to be Monday night. And I think what happens to us sometimes is, and I guess it's just
All
sort
right,
of
I'll be
human
right back.
nature,
Y'all listen to
we
Lawler.
you don't really appreciate what you have till you don't have it anymore. And you know, it goes for so many things: our health, our jobs, or our family, all that sort of stuff. You know, while you have it and while everything's good, you just sort of get complacent. You go sort of take those kind of things for granted. But you let something happen to your health, or you let something happen to a member of your family, or you let something happen to your job, and all of a sudden you realize how much you miss that. And you know, the same goes for me in that World Heavyweight Championship. That is a big part of my career. That is a big part of my job. And you know, there for so long when I had that belt, you know, of course, I lost it a couple of times here and there to guys that I thought, you know, I always felt like I have a good chance. I'll be able to come right back and get it. And I was always able to do that. But now this situation with Kamala is a little bit different. This guy is, without a doubt, a world-class wrestler. I mean, this guy is he's big, he's tough, he's strong, and he's so unpredictable. You don't know what he's thinking, you don't know what he's saying. I mean, you know, it's just
He's still going.
One tough guy to beat. And you know, I just have to somehow find a way Monday night to do that, because if I don't, that could be the last shot I get it for a long, long time. So I know I've said this in the past, that a lot of the fans, a lot of the places I go, the #1 question I get asked is, King, when are you going to get that belt back? And the #2 thing they say to me is, when are you going to go back to being the old King, the King that we know, the King that would do anything to win a match?
Look at that. Look at that crowd. Look at that crowd.
Thing to do and remain a
Hell
fan's
yeah.
favorite. It's not always the easiest thing to do, and have little kids look up to you and say, yeah, I want to be like that. But sometimes there comes a point in your career, there comes a match like this one Monday night, that you have to pull out all the stops and you have to just say, whatever it takes, no matter what it is, that's what you're going to have to do if you want to be the World Heavyweight Champion again. And that's what it's going to take Monday night. So I want all of these people to know, and I want everybody out there to know, come on down there to the Mid-South Coliseum, and you're going to see the King of old if that's what it takes. But you're going to see me do whatever it takes to get that World Heavyweight Championship right back here in Memphis, Tennessee, where it belongs.
The King, whatever it
He's
takes.
smart, though. He's talking to the crowd. Look at them bowing down to the King. They're picking their kids up, hoping their kids get to touch the King. Well, how great is that?
Chris Frazier in the
Fantastic.
ring right now. They have.
Here come the opponents.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that's not good. They came out bleeding. These poor bastards about to get. Oh, is that Chris Frazier?
I tell you.
Hey, man, I got a few things I want to say. Robert Bowler,
Oh, man.
I'm really hoping Chris Frazier's in some of these.
What are you going to do?
I don't think that's
You
him.
messed up now, because what you did, you stole our
The lady
phone,
up the
brother.
street from
You
us
brought in file openers. You brought
used to
in
bang
steel
this
chairs.
wrestler named Chris
And now you
Frazier
come
who
on and
wrestled,
you try and take our phones?
on the
I'm
show.
not gonna take that lightly, fellas. You want
And they used to beat the fuck out of him, and he would come, you know, is that him? Show his face, shit.
Told you once, gonna tell you again. I've turned my dogs loose.
I don't think so, but he's got the
I've turned my
mustache.
dogs loose,
Man,
Robert
like,
Fuller, and there ain't nothing you're gonna be able
his
to do
hand must
about
hurt
it.
like a mug.
You wanted the war. You've got the war, brother.
I don't remember his hair being that long either, but like I said, man, a lot of this shit like blends in. together
But
with
you
me.
can't stand up to a mad dog. Build them fences as high as you want to. My dog will run right through him, brother, and get what's on the other side.
Oh, he about kicked him in the nuts.
Richard Lee,
Oh,
the
shit.
handler
That
of
looked
the
like it
Moon
hurt.
Dogs, the Moon Dogs.
Oh, man.
That definitely
beating
hurt.
up on
Beating
on
up
Haynes
on,
and
yeah, on
Frazier.
Keith Haynes and Chris Frazier. Boy,
Yeah,
I
it
tell you,
is
they got
Chris
those
Frazier.
hands again.
Hell yeah.
Oh, boy. Look out,
Oh, yeah.
Dave. Here they come.
I don't
again over
recognize
here.
nobody, and I know Chris Frazier
Oh,
fucking better
man,
than
they've got
anybody in the
bruises
whole
all
damn
over these
show.
guys back. It is bad for these guys to come out here.
Man,
every
they
week
used
and
to
just up
beat
on
the
these guys like
fuck
this.
out of
Into
him,
the
man.
tables again go Haynes and
Holy
Frazier.
hell, he
Both
never
of them
got a
smacked
punch
into the
in.
table.
I never
The
saw
Moon
Chris
Dogs
Frazier get a punch.
turning the desk over.
Yeah.
That's gonna be our journey throughout this entire year of viewing these shows. We're gonna see if my man, Cowboy Chris Frazier, that guy right there that you're looking at getting fucking stomped on,
Yeah, call him off, Richard.
will he get to land a punch
Boy, this is bad.
in any match
He's still blowing the whistle.
on
He still
any
wants us
show
to continue to hurt.
for the entire
All
year?
right. Eddie has thrown a towel in.
Oh, yeah. Now, that's Frazier over
I only
there.
say that because I remember my dad talking about it all the time.
Can't get to the bell.
Like he
The
would
bell
bust
is
Chris
where
Frazier's
it's
balls
sounded.
about how he
Let's
never
go
got to
a
land a
break and
punch.
Let's get him out of here.
Boy.
Oh, look at that. That's the cutaway to commercial, too. Hell yeah. Da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da,
Yeah, we're back on the air here. This, you know, I tell you, they're
still trying to get
I tell you.
There goes
They
Frazier.
ain't
out
make
there,
shit
the
out of
trying to help him out.
It's that long ass hair. I don't recognize him with that long ass hair.
Chris is headed out.
Look how Dave Brown and them just got every time the Moon Dogs come out, they done lost the damn table.
I tell you what we're supposed to do right now is talk about
I don't think he
the
would
action
put
coming
sweet
up
during
around
this.
the
This is just
territory.
straight black
Let's see
coffee.
if I can find that right here.
I
for you.
usually
Play
put
it for me.
one
There you go. Okay,
pink
there.
sweet.
Here we go.
All right, here we
Pink
go. Forest
sweetener.
City, Arkansas, Friday, January 10th, Championship Wrestling. at
Hell
Pacific
yeah,
Center
this is where they
Auditorium,
sell you on the road
Moon
show.
Dogs will be there. Gaylord, Jared, Fuller, Pritchard, Embry, a lot of
Forest
people.
City,
Tony Anthony,
Arkansas,
Forest City, that's
Friday,
coming up
January
10th, Friday
10th,
night. Friday the 17th,
1992.
following week, Kennett, Missouri, Championship Wrestling.
Kennett,
The
Missouri.
American Legion building then. Kenneth the King will be there. Moon Dogs.
King will be there. How
Kamala,
about
the
that shit?
Ugandan Giant, Jared and Fuller, Embry, Pritchard, all in Kennett, Missouri, the 17th of January. Friday, January 24th, Houston,
Houston, Mississippi, down there at the elementary
there
school.
in Houston. And the King will be there. Moon
At
Dogs,
the
Kamala, a lot of
elementary
people
school,
lined up
Jerry
with
the
Houston,
King
Jared
Lawler,
and
the
Fuller,
Moon
Embry
Dogs,
and Pritchard,
Robert
all in
Fuller,
Houston,
Jeff Jarrett,
Mississippi.
Tom Pritchard,
Coming soon,
Kamala.
Championship
What the
Wrestling in
fuck?
Jonesboro, Arkansas. That's coming soon. I
Wow.
think the 25th is on the
Yeah, I know they used to fuck with Jonesboro, Arkansas a
that
lot.
date is not official.
I remember
may be changed,
Jonesboro.
so stay tuned to Championship Wrestling. We'll keep you informed. And Jonesboro, there it is, wiped out there now. So that date is coming soon to Jonesboro, Arkansas. The Earl Bell
We'll just let
Center,
you know.
8 o'clock.
We're
The King
coming,
will
though,
be there. Jeff Jarrett, a
Jonesboro.
lot
When
of
we
people
figure
in
that shit out,
Jonesboro
we're
on Church
coming,
Street
and
there.
Jerry Lawler will
The
be
Earl Bell
there.
Community Center. Jackson, Tennessee, all of our wrestling fans.
Why
love
would you
Jackson.
advertise a show that
Championship
doesn't
Wrestling.
have a
Be back
day
in
or
Jackson
tickets you
real
can
soon.
buy?
Hope to
What the
see you there
hell?
Thursday, January 30th. A lot of people lined up for Jackson, Tennessee at Jackson State Community College. Hope to see you there. That's USWA Championship Wrestling on tour, and
So that's
whatever
the whole
kind of thing
lineup
we
for
have.
the
We're
month.
back here. Yeah, we've got everything.
And we
kind of
got a
brought
whole
back
year of
together,
this
so we're
shit,
gonna
so we're gonna
continue
get
with,
results on all of that.
Best we can.
Pretty
Hope this thing
excited. I
doesn't-
hope you are,
doesn't
too.
collapse totally again. Falk, Tony Falk and CJ
I love Dave
involved in a
Brown.
match against Dr. Tom Pritchard and Ms. Texas. Watch this one.
Some help. Dr. Tom Pritchard thinks about throwing him into the turn to the ropes there.
Tom Pritchard, that's Bruce Pritchard's brother.
Tony Falk.
Tom Pritchard
CJ
trains
and a
most of the
match by
WWE,
Tom Pritchard.
or not WWE guys, but most of the
DDT on Falk. Pritchard goes for the cover.
top cats.
Hey, look at that.
It doesn't matter. Go listen to Bruce Pritchard talk about. Tom Pritchard's a really good wrestling trainer. I don't know why I was saying it like there's not great wrestling trainers everywhere. There are. Tom Pritchard, what I was trying to say was Tom Pritchard trains a lot of top wrestlers because he's very good. But I remember he sounded a lot like Roddy Piper. Miss Texas is the best female wrestler ever fight me. It bothers me when people say shit like Trish Stratus and Lita. Not that they're not great, they are, but get the fuck out of here. Miss Texas? Oh, that's not good.
Well, embarrassing moment there.
That's
for
not
TJ
good
and
at all.
Tony
He was
Falk.
hitting her super
Let me tell you
hard.
something, Dave Brown. When I look at that, I get sick. What Tom Pritchard did to this lady, he humiliated her in front of thousands of people.
Wives and girlfriends
what I did,
getting
Pritchard, is
beat
I went
up,
home
head shaved,
and I
and
placed a
tarred
call
and
to
feathered
Eric
and all
Henry.
that shit. That was super
And if
popular.
you think he was mad,
I bet
when
my
you
wife would
climbed
do
out
it
him
for
to
the
hurt his
right
neck like
amount of
he
money.
did, that was nothing. Because if I could have seen him, I guarantee you there was steam coming out
Not
of
get
his ears.
spanked like
When you
that.
put your hands on
She'd
his
do
woman,
that anyway.
his lady, let me
She's
tell
a
you
freak,
something,
but
Pritchard. I wouldn't
she'd probably
want to be
shave
in
her
them
head.
shoes this
She won't
week,
even cut her
brother,
hair past her
because
shoulders
you are in for the
in
beating
real
of your
life.
life.
She hasn't
Eric
since she was a
promised
child.
Miss CJ, and he
But she
told
might
Tony
shave that
Falk to tell
motherfucker
all
for the
these
right amount of
stupid
money,
rednecks
'cause
and Pritchard that Monday night,
she's a freak.
Pritchard, you are in for the beat in your life, and you're going to pay for what you did to CJ.
Come on, it's okay, CJ.
Well, CJ
Yeah,
didn't
it's a
have much to
babyface
say about that
promo right
himself,
there,
but
'cause
Eric
Tom Pritchard
Embry will be back.
beat up his
Mixed
wife
match
on her
coming up.
ass.
We'll be back here in a moment.
He physically, sexually, Me Too assaulted her. Look at him. Look at him. This ain't part of the match. This ain't part of the match. That's an assault.
To take a look at the
That's
USWA
an
top
ass
10. Some
assault.
changes
That's
in
an
story here in
assault.
the USWA top 10 as far as what the rankings mean as far as getting a shot at the championship.
Oh,
as,
they
Jerry
still
Lawler
trying
was
to break
talking about
down
a
this
little bit earlier.
confusing
We want to
ass
get Eddie
fucking
Marlin out
tournament.
to clarify that in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at the USWA top 10. Number 10 on the list.
All right,
Doug
number
Masters.
10.
Last week he was number 8.
Doug Masters. Oh, he
number
dropped
10 this
2.
week. Number 9.
Not
is Bart
good.
Sawyer.
Yeah, Bart beat Doug, so Doug dropped
Oh,
out
shit,
a notch.
Bart
and,
Sawyer's
Bart
down
went
2.
And then number 8 on the list, Tony Anthony, the Dirty White Boy.
Tony
Number
Anthony,
7
Dirty
is
White
the
Boy, up 2
Birdman.
spots.
Coco moved up. He was number 10
Coco
last week, now
Beware,
number
moving up
7.
3
He said he wanted to
spots
move
into the
up
number
on the
7
list, and he
Won the
position.
world title.
Sandman down from number 4 to number 6
Oh,
this week on the list.
Sandman.
Number
Too much
5,
time at the beach.
Gaylord.
Oh, Jeff
Missouri
Gaylord
Tiger.
from 9 to
Number
5.
4, Jeff Jarrett. He's up 1 spot from number 5 last week.
Jeff
Jeff now
Jarrett,
in the
a
number 4
respectable
place.
number 4.
He's still in the quest for that title from Lawler. Don't forget that. Yeah.
And number
You
3
gotta think
on the
Robert
list
Fuller's
is
in there somewhere, right? How
Dr.
could Jeff
Tom
Jarrett be
Pritchard.
4 and Robert
Dr.
Fuller
Tom,
not be in
fan
there?
favorite, especially after last week.
Tom
He is
Pritchard
number 3 on the list.
staying
Number 2,
steady at number 3.
Eric Embry.
Eric
He's
Embry,
back.
number
He's
2.
and number 1 contender.
I remember
is
Eric
the
Embry.
King,
So,
Jerry Lawler. The champion, of course, is still Kamala.
Oh,
It'll
the
be
champion
Lawler
is
against
Kamala.
This week for the
How the
championship.
fuck it
And
would,
we talked a little bit about this.
I'm
There's
confused.
a no return policy in this particular one.
How
because
would Robert
already,
Fuller not be
there's going to be a 3-man battle royal set
in
up
the
for
top
the
10?
next shot at whoever has the world title. Then you've got some more information on it.
Wouldn't he have problems with Jeff Jarrett being like, fuck you, man?
Important. Every time
You
you
top
book a
4
world title
bitch.
match, you get complaints and protests. Most recently, it was Jeff Gaylord. He filed a protest, and he won it.
Filed a formal protest and won, right?
Now, the top 10 list is
Dave
very,
Brown
very
correcting Eddie
important.
Marlin,
Because
dumbass.
you
Now
have
they're
to be on the
talking
top
about
10
wrestlers
list to
filing
be put in the
formal
matches,
this
working
whole
up to
new
the
top
title
10
match. Like we
shit
got the
must
3
be new.
matches.
I don't
One of
remember
those
it
3
at
matches
all.
will go in a battle royal, a 3-man battle royal.
I can only
One
imagine
of that
it's
battle
because
royal
of Pro
will get a
Wrestling
shot at Jerry Lawler or
Illustrated and
Kamala, whoever wins
how
the
they
belt.
did their
But the top
rankings,
10
maybe?
is very important.
Or maybe some
But so many
Japan
protests
shit?
now
I
will
don't
let them
know.
work their way up through the single matches and then a battle royal.
Okay, very good. So it's no longer just the man who has just lost to the champion or who otherwise is ranked as a number 1 contender who gets the shot at the title. That explains that, and that makes perfect sense, as Jerry said.
Okay, that does not explain that, and it does not make perfect sense.
Partners, they were not moving up in the single rankings, and yet either of them deserved the championship match at the time. Tell you what, let's do
Yeah,
right
super
here. Let's
simple.
get
You're
the
still
match underway.
talking about it.
One of
It's
the
no
guys
problem at
who's
all,
in
Dave
that
Brown. I
top
love
10
you.
and moving up, as we pointed out. Coco Beware right here. He's headed into the wrestling area.
That's the most confusing shit I've heard since that damn Battle Royal in AEW. Look at that crowd. Those kids are lit, man.
With Coco Beware and the Candyman.
Look at that. Double guns in the back. He's got the shirt tucked in, the hat
He's
backwards.
very close to this area. Looks like headed in this direction.
Memphis is
Hello,
great.
Coco.
I fucking love Memphis so much.
You see, I feel all right, Dave Brown. You see, I'm moving closer and
You
closer.
see him moving closer.
You see, Dave Brown, I understand. You see, they're going to have 3 single matches. That's right. And you see, and the winner, and the 3 guys that win, it goes down into a little battle royal.
He came out
You
like
see, the
cocaine
Birdman,
beware.
He don't take no prisoners, Dave Brown, because I can't let those guys stop me now. And I'm going to tell you one thing, dudes. You better be ready, because the Birdman ain't taking no prisoners.
You don't have a bird. He's the bird man with no bird. He's just the man.
And I come back here, brother. I come back here to accomplish one thing, Dave Brown. Hallelujah. One thing, and that is to get the unified belt around my waist. And I will move on and I will groove on. So I'm going to tell you, if Kamala got the world belt, I'm going to beat Kamala. If Jerry Lawler got the world belt,
I'm going to beat Kamala and Jerry Lawler.
I feel good, good, good. And I feel good. Oh, yes, I do. I got to do my thing, Dave. How you got to do? Just stand back, brother.
We're going to watch Coco.
Oh, shit. That was great.
Right now with
Cocaine beware.
As they will be going against their opponents here today in this tag team action. Coco feeling mighty good about recent events and moving up in the USWA top.
Now that's Reggie B. Fine.
And today, not a single match, but a tag team match. Wants to keep a victory string going here as he and the Candyman will try to get a victory here today against Scorpion and Shadow.
The Candyman. That is Reggie B. Fine. Then we got two more masked dudes. A lot of masked dudes in Memphis. Because it's the same motherfuckers who were wrestling earlier.
And I'm going to be the next world champion.
Or they just really couldn't risk you finding out that guy was. I don't know.
Just about set here, I believe.
A lot of masks in the Memphis days. I remember that shit though.
Referee said ring the bell, and we're ready. Birdman, Candyman, teaming up against the Shadow and the Scorpion. Coco throws. Whoa! Big backflip. What a
nice drop kick from the Birdman.
Did he drop kick the Shadow right off that apron? What a great move by the Birdman. I tell you, always exciting to watch him. Throws the Scorpion into the ropes. Candyman with a big backflip. On the Scorpion. Boy, the Shadow better check his teeth out. I don't know.
Reggie B. Fine a way better name than the Candyman. Why you call yourself? Look at the duct tape. It is duct tape in the ring.
And let the Scorpion's own momentum take him over his back there. That was a nice move.
There's duct tape in the ring.
Line by Candyman. Takes the Shadow down.
Oh, Christ.
Candyman tags his partner. Coco comes off. Oh, big clothesline there on Shadow.
Clothesline to his fucking stomach?
Shadow.
Oh God! What was that?
Birdman.
This is not good.
Coco looks good, boy, I tell you.
That was good. He Luke Kane didn't, but like standing up. That was dope.
He's traveled a lot, has done well, and back in the USWA. Glad to see him back, too.
Nice headbutt from the Candyman.
Shadow now. Shadow into the ropes.
Oh, it's the Shadow again. Oh, shit.
What a backflip by Candyman. Reggie B. Fine.
Wait, didn't we already see the Shadow fucking wrestle today?
Into the ropes. Shadow with the foot that time.
So he's just wrestling again because? Or did I miss something?
Working over on the Candyman. The Shadow drops with the big arm there on the back of Candyman. Right hand on Reggie.
So
Candyman back on his feet now.
But that's okay. Sometimes you gotta be confused.
Takes him into the ropes. Right hand by Candyman. Tags on his partner, the Birdman, Coco. Throws Shadow into the ropes now. Coco with a foot to the midsection. Picks the Shadow.
This is like a match of shit happening that you don't think is gonna happen. Oh, shit. Oh, God! Oh, my God! Who is the Shadow?
Gets the victory here.
God bless him. Holy hell, man.
With the fall to their credit over the Shadow and the Scorpion. The Birdman and the Candyman favorites coming into the match. Pretty heavy favorites, as a matter of fact. And sure enough, they go out of here. Victory well in hand. Coco's still celebrating with all his fans over there as he leaves the area. We're going to check the time, see if we have time to get a second fall going here. We'll be back to let you know after this.
He said we're going to check time. We fucked up. And we got a lot of TV time to take care of, so we're going to see if we got to make these motherfuckers wrestle again.
I'll take another look at the card coming up Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. First, one quick note. And there'll be more information on this, I'm sure, on Action News 5 this afternoon. But I've been told that my co-host for the New Year's Eve celebration, Denise Dubois, who's been expecting a child, had a little boy. Will is his name this morning, about 4:15, and everyone is doing just fine. So congratulations.
I wonder how Will's
Denise
doing.
and
He would have been born in 1992.
Just fine. Let's take a look at the
Right
action
after
Monday night
New
at the
Year.
Mid-South
Good job, Will.
Coliseum. Opening match of the night, the Dirty White Boy and the Sandman will be going
So
against
they're
each
gonna
other.
break down
in
the
the next
card
match,
again.
and remember, these first three matches very important. In the next
I
match,
respect
it's going to
that.
be the Candyman going against Jeff Gaylord, and then following that, Coco Ware against Tony Falk. Here's what's so important about those first three matches. The winner of each match will be coming back a little bit later on in a three-man battle royal. And in that three-man battle royal, the winner of that will get a shot at the world title holder. Then, we're going to have a special match in which Brian Christopher and Tony Williams, the new kids,
Look at Brian Christopher's
remember
mustache.
earlier today, and if you weren't with us earlier today, Brian's unhappy. He said Tony is costing him matches. Tony says, hey, I work out
I'm the
just
last
as hard
one
as
that
you
should be
do.
talking about
They were going at
anybody's
each other. Eddie Marlin said, here's the way to
I
solve
can't
it,
even
like
grow
Merrill
a
High
beard
School
all up through
elementary
here. I
school
can't grow
principal
none
used
of
to do.
this.
We're going to put
Just
the
the
boxing gloves
mustache,
on, put
this
you in the
part,
ring, let
and
you
all
settle it
this
right
under
there with
here.
boxing
None of this
gloves
in the
on. That
sides
will
grows
happen.
except
Then,
like little Homer Simpson
three-man
hairs.
battle royal comes up after
It's
that.
infuriating.
And again, this is the winner of the first three matches will be thrown into this mini battle royal. The winner gets a world title shot against either Jerry Lawler or
Well,
Kamala,
damn, now I'm
whoever
curious who's
happens
going
to
to come
have
out
the
on
belt,
top on this
the following
three-man
week.
battle
Then,
royal.
the Indian strap match comes up, and this one, Doug Masters and Bart Sawyer will be tied together.
Maybe we should watch another. I have 3 of them ready to
Last
go.
week,
Maybe
Sawyer
we should
mighty
watch
unhappy
another
that Doug
episode.
Masters was able to make it back to the dressing room and avoid what Bart figured was the beating that he had coming to him, and he says this week he can't do it if he's all tied together with me there. Mixed tag match coming up. And you saw CJ.
Eric Embry's back.
Eric Embry's back, and CJ is not happy at all. She didn't have a thing to say out here. But Embry said, I saw what happened, and Pritchard and Miss Texas, look out, I'm coming back.
Miss Texas.
And he will be at the
definitely got
Mid-South
to see some
Coliseum
Miss
Monday night
Texas
for this
up in
mixed
here.
tag team match. But that's not all. World tag team titles on the line. This was just a war now, that's all. Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller. But as Jeff and Robert have pointed out, it hasn't been the Moondogs that have been beating them. It's been the bone and the beer opener. Well, they got the bone in hand, so Jarrett and Fuller say, we're going to bring it in there. We're going to be looking for you, and we're going to be looking for Richard Lee, too. Then, main event of the night, world tag title on the line. Lawler will be going against Kamala with a unified world title going to the winner of the match. Free parking, 7:30. It'll be Monday night.
Free
at the
parking,
Mid-South Coliseum.
7:30.
Back here after this.
They always had the cuts ready to go for TV, man. Yeah, definitely don't look like we're here for this
started the
one.
program off today, and Brian Christopher wanted to wrestle
shit,
as a
we
single.
rebooted.
Marlin says you got to wrestle as a tag team partner.
All right. So that was January 4, 1992. I want to see what happened. So let's run January 11. Is it going to work? Hell yeah. One more episode. Let me let Twitter know.
All right. Hello again, everybody. Corey Macklin sitting along ringside. Another big day of USWA.
Oh, just Corey Macklin.
Without my friend Dave Brown. Dave has the day off today.
Dave Brown has the day off. That's
opening bout of the day, Brian Christopher.
Not ideal.
Against Bart Sawyer. That's the opening bout we'll have here today. The Moondogs and Richard Lee, they'll be here later on. Flamboyant Eric Embry, Jeff Jarrett, Robert Fuller. And the expiration of time versus Doug Masters and Tony Falk. An interesting team there. Some things that developed during the week. We'll have all of that. We've got a full day of action today, USW Wrestling. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Brian Christopher and Bart Sawyer after this. Last Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum, Brian Christopher said he wanted to fight Tony Williams, his former partner of the New Kids, who are a tag team here. And Monday night at the Coliseum, they both fought it out in the ring with boxing gloves. Let's take a look at what happened there.
Oh shit, they're boxing. Why is he wearing headgear? This is so not good.
I don't know how fair this is with Brian, who has that face going on there. Tony's wrestling bareheaded. Don't really know how fair this is. They're going out to each other. Tony
that time. Brian got out there. Boy, they are going after each other. Tony with the right hand underneath.
Is this a shoot? What is happening right now?
Brian Christopher landing a couple of punches, trying to take Tony Williams down. Puts Tony down, kicks him right in the midsection.
No, that's not a shoot. They kicked him and the ref's like, I'm good with it. Whatever, bro. You do you, big dog. You do you.
Right out there trying to get back on his feet. 7 count by referee Frank Morrell. 8. Oh, Brian slugged him with a big right hand as referee Frank Morrell had the 8 count. Won't give Tony a chance to get up. Referee Frank Morrell at 5 now on the count. Maybe a count out of Tony won't get up. Tony. There's a count out. There it is.
That's it. It's over.
Brian is the winner.
I don't know how he won. He kicked the man while he was down and was wearing headgear the whole time, but hey.
Christopher will be here today. Here he comes now, Brian Christopher.
That was a weird-ass introduction.
Today, Brian, you've got your hands full with Bart Sawyer to sing about coming.
Did you see that?
Oh, he came out of the bad guy locker room.
That's all right.
I went down there.
Good guys come out of the left side, bad guys come out of the right side.
I said I was going to go out there and whoop Tony, and that's what I did.
See that? See how he comes out?
Tony, you lay down every time you
and
step
he's
in
straight
the ring,
right at the desk. That's where the bad guys
boxing.
come out. The
You're
good
nothing.
guys come out the opposite side so they can walk through the crowd.
You see, you couldn't pry yourself off the mat with a crowbar. You're nothing, you know? How'd you like it, Corey? Did you like it? And now I got Bart Sawyer in here today. Another thing, Eddie Marlin, see, you come out here and you try to treat me like a Saturday morning piece of meat. I'm not that. That's not my style. And I proved to you and I proved to all these people.
What is Eric Gilbert doing out here?
Oh, wait, no, they're cheering for this cat.
Oh, boy.
I like your style, Brian. You're all right. But
That's Eric
like me. He don't take nothing off of Eddie Marlin, do you? You don't have to take nothing off that old coot, man. Oh, Brian, listen, you got a tough match today. You got that Bart Sawyer. Yeah, he's gonna be a little tough for you. But I tell you what I'm gonna do because you got such a good attitude.
The bleachness of the blondes.
And if you want any advice,
in
any
Memphis,
kind of advice at all, you
absolutely disgusting.
And I'll give you some advice. We're gonna make you mean, man. I'm gonna teach you how to be just a little bit meaner. And
it's a heel turn right here, people. We're watching it happen. This is a heel
I don't know how it sounds.
turn.
I tell you, let's just go on to the ring. Brian Christopher against Bart Sawyer and sing about referee is in the ring, Kevin Christian, and I don't know what it's going to be like with Eric Embry out here. Boy, I tell you, we don't need him interfering in any bouts. And he's sitting in the corner of Brian Christopher. There's the bell, and here we go.
Didn't that say Brian Williams or Brian Christopher versus Tony Williams?
Eric Embry in the corner of Brian Christopher.
That don't look like Tony
I don't know
Williams.
what that's going to turn out to be. Brian, nice clean takedown though there.
That's definitely not Tony Williams. That's Bart Sawyer. Damn, man.
Boy.
How did y'all fuck that up?
Tangling up. Brian.
Who's running the video overlays on this fucking show, brother?
So far. Embry says he's going to try to teach him how to be mean. We don't need...
His level of bleach blondness is like different. It was back then, man, some people used the peroxide. Some people was using the hair dye. That shit wasn't like it is now where you spray some stuff in there and stand in the sun.
Goes Brian into the ropes. Comes over, jumps over. Brian.
Nice. Hip toss. Terrible.
Yeah, trying to call for timeout now.
He's trying to call for timeout.
Bart Sawyer with a nice hip toss. Took him down. Now Brian's over there talking with Eric Embry now. Referee Kevin Christian counted on Brian. If Brian would just fight his body,
Referee Kevin Christian. So yeah, that's Kevin Lawler and that's Brian Lawler.
Christopher and Sawyer.
So 66.6% of the wrestlers and referees in the ring right now, Jerry Lawler's children. I don't think Bart Sawyer is related to Jerry Lawler, but I could be wrong.
Almost had one with after the body slam on Bart.
It's a bright red ass shirt.
Brian Christopher, Bart Sawyer. Tangling up. Brian takes Bart down. Bart's got him in his scissors. Eric Embry's over here saying he pulled his hair. Nice clean move, though, by Bart Sawyer. Real clean move.
Smart move, man. That's showing your brain.
Yeah. Here, Eric Embry. Whoa! Brian shoved Bart. Bart shoved him back. Brian.
Oh, right on his anus.
Picks Brian up.
Oh, well, that one didn't go well. That's okay. What's with these weird close-ups right
Brian
here?
goes over to his corner. Yeah, with the man he said that he admires, Eric Embry. Embry says he's going to teach Brian how to be mean in the wrestling business. We don't need any little Eric Embrys around here, I tell you that. Embry himself is enough. Christopher and Bart Sawyer dangling up now. Brian takes Bart into the ropes. Comes off, jumps over, nice move. Oh, Brian. One of those big kicks. Yeah, I saw it, Eric. I saw it. That was a nice move. Nice move by Brian. Brian down on Bart Sawyer now with a big right hand.
Real close up. He's really showing the duct tape.
Look at that. He's got his foot on him there, choking him.
The hell are they so close for? Back the camera up a little bit. There you go. Fuck, man. What is that weird angle?
He was a good, clean, single wrestler.
Like, I get it sometimes, but that's too much, man. That's from, like,
don't need it, though, Derek.
pins
New
and,
kids were getting to be a pretty good
yeah,
team.
like headlocks, but you gotta cut.
Hot-headed and big-headed.
This is weird.
Nice takedown by Bart.
Too many cuts. They're trying to be WWE right now, and I don't like it. I said this is 1992. What am I talking about? I'm an idiot.
Look at that. That's what we're talking about. Embry chips up Sawyer. Brian drops with an elbow.
Don't let that be the
Pin
finish.
cover. 1, 2, 3.
Come on, man. They kicked out right at 3, I guess.
Yeah, I tell you. Eric Embry right at ringside here, interfering in the bout. And Brian going over now thanking Eric
That's a good
Embry.
job, though. Crowd booing him.
Thanking him for interfering in the bout. That's what happened there. Eric Embry says he's going to teach Brian Christopher how to be mean. Hey, he tripped up Bart Sawyer, I tell you. Christopher gets the win. So, that's not all. We'll be back. The Moondogs and their manager, Richard Lee, will be back. Now, Mr. Doug Masters. He's got his handful this week with Bart Sawyer in a lumberjack match, and we'll see what he has to say. There he is, Doug Masters now. Along with Tony Falk and Eric
Nice
Embry
gold
and CJ.
jacket.
Well,
Tony
Mr.
Falk
Masters,
always
you
looked
got
like a
your
damn
hands
limo
full
driver
this
to
week
me.
with Bart Sawyer, lumberjack strap match.
Let me tell you something, you orange-headed crybaby. Bart Sawyer, you tried to beat me with a strap
He
on the
called him
pole match.
orange-headed because
But
he
baby,
didn't
that
have the
didn't work
right
now,
bleach
did it?
blonde. He had
And
the
then you tried to
peroxide,
beat
so
me
he's
by
making fun
tying
of
us
him for
together
that.
with these straps in
Ruthless.
Indian strap match. But my friend, that didn't work either. Now you crybaby, you're going bawling to the USWA saying you're wanting a lumberjack strap match so you won't have to be running from me. Well, let me tell you something, Bart Sawyer. It's plain and simple. When we do get
He
in that
said, "Let me
lumberjack
tell you
match,
something, and it's
when
plain
you
and
do try
simple."
to run
Same
from
line.
me, Mr. Eric Embry, Tony Falk, and CJ might just whoop you till you look like a stepchild. You hear me?
Mike, what are you talking about, Mike,
Gee, you
man?
look
What
like
are
a
you talking
stepchild.
about, Mike? Mike Sawyer, when you try to run away from him like you ran for the last 3 weeks, man, we're gonna take these straps and we're gonna beat you till we can't beat no more. And now Jeff Jarrett, dirty white boy, and Miss Texas, that tramp of a Miss Texas. I got a score to settle with all 3 of you all that I ain't forgot about, man. So don't turn your back, because if I get the chance, and I know I will, I'm gonna wear you all out too. We're gonna wear them out too. Tell that Miss Texas what you gonna do.
I got news for you, Miss Texas. You come over on my side, I'll beat you with an inch of your life.
Did you hear that, Miss Texas?
That's real good. That's real good promo there. I don't know why she wasn't getting booked across the whole fucking territory. What the fuck was that?
Hey, wait a minute. Let me tell you
Holy
something. A little
shit.
later on,
I'm going to come out here with a big surprise. It's the biggest announcement in my life, Corey.
The only person not yelling, the legend, Tony Falk. Tony Falk's great. Them other two was like, Jesus Christ.
International Roughnecks, the Moondogs, holders of the World Tag Team titles, and there goes the bell. And
Tim Wilson and George Robertson, poor bastards.
As usual. Lord Maxwell, I want to say something. Glad you got the mic, Richard.
That is not a call you want to get. You wake up, come to the studio, get your 25 bucks, and find out you're working the fucking Moondogs. Oh my God! Yes, that's it, buddy. Yeah, count that one quick, Kevin. Jesus Christ. I love how they pin them in like 30 seconds and then beat the fuck out of them for 9 straight minutes.
When you did that, my dogs went crazy. My dogs looked down and they saw me in the floor. They saw me bleed.
I wish you'd get him out of here.
Look at it, he's so sad.
They were scared, boys. And you know what you did? You signed your death warrant, dog. You have signed your death warrant, boy, because this is you. This is you laying in the middle of the ring, Robert Fuller.
He's cranking that son bitch.
Oh,
oh, look at that, man. He's trying. He was trying to goddamn stop it. Give me your goddamn base. Please, sir, stop. I don't want to wrestle no more.
Richard, I tell you what.
God damn.
You need to get these guys out of here, man.
Every bit of it's on your shoulders, Jeff. Because my dogs.
Bumping on the
My
concrete.
dogs will not back off
Bumping
from
on the
anybody,
concretes to
brother.
a punch.
Not Brandon told to back off from anybody. And it's
That
not
was
Brandon
hard-ass
told to
concrete.
back
That
off
studio
from
floor,
anybody.
hard-ass concrete, bud.
And they will not.
Hard-ass concrete.
As long as I'm on this hard freedom, they will not back off from anybody.
God damn, hit him on the front, on his hands and everything, dude. He's hurting so bad. He just wants it to be over so bad, and they just keep hitting him.
And they ain't you. There ain't nobody in this world who's going to stop them.
Richard, I tell you, you've said what
God
you
damn,
had to
these
say.
poor
The battle is
bastards.
over with. Hey, he's got that chair.
Oh, God damn.
Oh, boy, I tell you.
Oh, shit, that's the best thing ever happened to him. Now he's like, no, put it back on me. Put it back on me the other way.
I tell you, the Moondogs, come out of here.
God damn.
Richard, why don't you take them out of here? Now, this is bad. This is enough. They've already won the bout, Richard. Get them out of here. Come on now. They pick up that big bell. Jump it on them. Yeah, Eddie, let's see if we can get these guys out of here. Richard Lee brings them out here. He's mad and upset about what happened. They won the belts. They retained the world titles. Won the bout today. What else do they have to prove? Get them out of here, boy. Jump it on these guys. This is bad. I tell you the truth. Moondog Spot picks that chair up. Hey, look out now. Richard, get him out of here.
Scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, man.
Get these crazy fools out of
Could you
here.
imagine if you was 10, 11 years old and those motherfuckers were coming at you? Come on, man. Hell no.
Crazy Moondog, boy, I tell you. They retained the World Tag titles, won their bout today. They have nothing else to prove. Boy, that's horrible. Let's take a break. We'll be back.
Hell yeah, let's take a break. Good God.
Well, Richard Lee finally got those crazy Moondogs out of here, those crazy fools. Come out here every week. Let's take a look at
Those
some
crazy
highlights with Jeff
fools.
Jarrett and Robert Fuller and the Moondogs.
That was awesome.
Last week, the world titles are stake.
World Tag Team titles on the line. Jeff Jarrett up to the second rope.
He got the bone.
Down with the Moondog bone. Jeff goes outside with the metal chair across the top of the head of the Moondog. Jarrett battling it out with him. Takes the Moondog.
Oh, shit.
Puts him out onto our table in front of us. Takes him out on the table. Starts pounding away on him. Jarrett slams the metal railings down. Picks the world titles up.
You don't see many forearms in these Memphis matches. They're all hitting each other with fucking punches. God damn, these chair shots.
Boy, I tell you, these guys, I tell you, they make me mad with this kind of stuff. Come out here with that chair. Have a lick on the back of Jeff Jarrett. The Moondog. Sprott has the bone in his hand.
Oh shit, he's got the bone back. That's not good.
Right in the midsection with it.
As we learned on last week's show, whoever has the bone gets to take her home. Missed him. Oh, no, got him. Yep, whip him. God damn! Jeff Jarrett! Come on, bro! How many times? How many times are you gonna throw the drop kick, bro? They're fucking waiting on it. You're making me mad, bro. Double J, you're making me mad, bro. They're wearing the shit out of him. Robert Fuller always looked like Super Macho Man in the Mike Tyson's Punch-Out game to me. Get the hell out the way, referee. Out here throwing bombs, motherfucker.
Well, that was last week the world title's at stake. Here they come now. Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller.
Same robe. Same robe for the Tennessee stud. That's okay. It's nice. It's a fighter's robe. I look like a different robe for Jeff Jarrett this week. He's putting a lot of money into his character. Granted, his daddy got a lot of money, so.
You know, we come out here week after week, and we talk about the Moondogs with their chairs, with their bones, with their manager, and one thing they have around their waist every week that just eats me inside is the USWA World Tag Titles. Well, Moondogs, we've got a rematch this week, and I'm very thankful.
Like the Moondogs always had those titles.
One stipulation, and that's for a no disqualification match. And that means there are no rules. That means if we pick up a table at ringside, that's all right. Or if we take the bone, that's all right. Or if we get a chair, and that's what I want to bring to your attention right now, Moondogs.
Uh-oh. Shit serious because the road's
I've got a little
off.
surprise, and Robert does too. Because we're sick and tired of seeing you walk out here, and there's a bunch of guys right back in the same dressing room that are sick and tired of seeing your face. You beat these two boys out here unmercifully, week after week after week, and we're sick of it.
It's true.
Now, guys, I want you to take a good look, because we've got some nice, shiny chairs.
Oh, hell, they took those down to Liberty Land,
and we're gonna hit you so hard
the
with these
Mid-South Fair,
and the belts are
and
gonna
they
go
had
back
the
around our waist, where they
airbrush
belong.
guy do those joints right there.
You know, Jeff,
That's the real deal Holyfield airbrush right there, fellas.
we got a piece of field out there in the back, all full of gopher holes and everything, a couple of old mules that hang around out there. And it's funny, we got a big stud horse back there in the back, costs $100,000, runs AAA time on the track. You put him out there in that field, he
What
wouldn't
in the
last too
fuck
long.
is he talking about? Gopher holes and a fucking $100,000 horse?
But you see them stinking good-for-nothing mules, they seem to miss the gopher holes. I'm going to tell you something, Richard Lee and Moondogs, I got your gopher hole right here, son, and this is one you're going to step in headlong. And you ain't
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Now you're just yelling
Lee, if you think
again.
about this and you think very strong about it, son, all the problems we had on that floor.
I feel like that
with
might be
your
a problem that I
good-for-nothing,
will have later in my life.
you are going to pay
Trying
for
to
it now, because not only
cut a
Moondogs are
promo.
going down, not only are we going to
I'm just
slap
gonna end up
them in
yelling
the
a
face
lot.
with these with no disqualification rules, but you're going to get yours too. It's not who bleeds the most, it's who bleeds last, son. And you are going to do it, and you're going to be bright red by the time this one's over. I'm going to tell you
Ain't who
something.
bleeds
It's the
the
nicest
most,
thing
it's
that ever
who
happened to me,
bleeds
Jeff.
the
These
last.
people out here deciding they was going to pull for me. The reason
I guess that's valid.
that they pull for you
Because
is
if you ain't
because
bleeding
you
no
give
more,
them
you're
what they
dead, I
want.
guess.
And I'm going to guarantee these people something. They don't like Moondogs. they're gonna get what they want because Moondog and Richard Lee, it's R.I.P., Daddy. You're going down this time.
And Rob, one last thing. You
He
know
said,
this
hold on, we
RIP
ain't
right
done.
here, it's supposed to stand for rest in peace. Well, Moondogs, match time, that's going to stand for rest in pain.
Oh, you should have let him go.
A little bit of blood from the Moondog. Color him up a little bit.
Jeff Jarrett,
Should have let him walk away on that
They'll be
one.
back in the ring a little later. We'll be back
That was
with more.
terrible. Rest in pain.
Back. Promoter Eddie Marlin joining me. And Eddie,
Oh,
we got
God
a big
damn it.
card Monday night at the Coliseum.
You know, it's a big card and probably
We got
the
fucking
wildest
heat,
card,
Eddie Marlin, me and
and we've
you.
got a little bit of everything on it, Corey.
I'm tired of this shit, Eddie Marlin.
Let's take a
Get
look.
the
Opening
hell
bout,
off
Tony
of TV.
Clark against the Candyman, Reggie B. Fine. That's going to be a good opening.
There
bout.
we go, the Candyman, Reggie
Candyman,
B.
you know, all
Fine.
the kids seem to like Candyman. He goes
Confirmation.
out with his candy
I
and-
knew that was
Well,
Reggie
he gives
B.
out a ton of
Fine.
candy out there before he even starts. Brian Christopher, Eddie. New kid Brian, he'll be facing Freezer Thompson. Brian has had
Freezer
he's got Eric
Thompson, I
Embry
don't
who came
remember
out here
him.
today and says he wants to make him more meaner.
That's right. Now, the Banny
Brian
Rooster,
Christopher rocking that
he's got his
sweet
work cut out
fucking
for him.
mullet.
Freezer Thompson is a fine young athlete. He's big, and Brian Christopher is going to have to get on that bicycle and go to be able to do something with Freezer.
Winner to get world title match. We'll have more about this bout a little bit later. The Birdman, Coco Beware. He'll be facing Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony. A lot happened
Dirty
last week
White
at the Coliseum. We'll have a little more about
He
that.
did
in
the
a
Dirty
little bit.
White
Right.
Boy.
Dirty White Boy is sort of upset. I
Dirty
think
White
Coco Ware,
Boy.
but Coco Ware knows what holding that world belt will do for him, money-wise and prestige and all. So he went out to win the belt, win the shot, and he won it.
He won it. Going to be a well.
You're not selling
bout
me,
there,
Eddie
Coco
Marlin.
and Birdman.
I don't
Look
want
at
to see this match.
Miss Texas versus CJ. Cat fight into the ring. These two in the ring
That
going
one's
against
good one.
one
That
another.
one's good one. CJ
Single
had me
battle.
earlier.
You know, this is listed as a cat fight. Miss CJ might find out that she's got a tiger in the ring with her when she gets in there with Miss Texas.
Miss Texas is tough. Southern heavyweight title bout. Flamboyant Eric Embry will be facing Dr. Tom Pritchard. That's going to be a good bout in itself. Last week, a lot of things happened. We'll be showing you some more highlights on that. But Embry and Pritchard against each other in the ring. Southern title at stake.
You know, it's a lot of bad Texas blood right there. That's going to be a wild match, and it'll be a tough match. I wouldn't want to
And
be
this
either
is
one of those
Monday at the
opponents.
Coliseum.
That's going to be a hot one. Lumberjack strap match. This is another hot bout. Bart Sawyer be facing Doug Masters. Single bout with Lumberjacks around the ring. These two are winning against the Indian strap match. And the pole on the strap match, Lumberjack match this time.
Indian
Lumberjacks
strap
around
match,
the ring.
pole
There's a
on the
look at all of
strap
the
match,
Lumberjacks
Lumberjack
that will be around
strap
the ring.
match.
Lumberjacks, Jeff Jarrett, Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony,
Dear God.
Miss Texas, Embry Falk, and CJ. Then,
You know,
Jeff Jarrett,
when you're in that
Robert
ring,
Fuller
you get
versus
your
the
brains beat
Moondogs
out. But I'm telling you from
again.
experience, when you go outside that ring, that belt hurts. So I don't know which would be the best: stay in there and get hurt in the ring,
Or to jump out.
Get out there and get whipped. Unmerciful.
And then look at this, Eddie. The World Tag Titles at stake. Main event of the night. Don't disqualification. The Moondogs and their manager, Richard Lee. You know, it's bad for them to come out here and beat up on guys. Young wrestlers that's just getting a start in the wrestling profession. Come out and win the bout and then jump on the guys after the bell, before the bell. It just doesn't matter to Richard Lee and the Moondogs. That I don't think it'll matter to Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller Monday night either.
You know, the Moondogs come out here, and they always have new guys that are just trying to get started in the profession, and they seem to have their way about it. But I think they've got Robert and Jeff's attention now with no disqualification. I hope they got the
You think they got their goddamn attention? They done made each other fucking bleed.
That is no doubt.
Get out my TV, Eddie Marlin. God damn it.
It will. I've sat at ringside and watched those bouts for the
I just
past
wanted
2
to
weeks.
get to the
And
damn
boy, you
winner
talk
of the
about
damn
wild action,
three-man
it's been
damn
busy.
battle
When you take a
damn
metal chair,
royal
Corey,
with the
and tear it all
damn
to pieces,
tournament,
you're
and this
getting hurt.
motherfucker is running his mouth about
Richard
nonsense.
Lee's got 2 or 3 chairs. Jeff and Robert had a
got their
chair.
chairs now, yeah.
It's going to be some damage done to somebody.
It's going to be interesting. It's on Monday night, Mid-South Coliseum. Free parking, too, Eddie.
Boy,
free parking.
It's going to be wild.
Free parking, no increase in
Man, we
prices.
got to get Dave
We'll be
Brown
back
back
with
in
more
here. I can't deal with this shit. It's a fucking another commercial. Too many commercials.
The Lumberjack.
I didn't see me in that either, but I could be in that Sea of Humanity. It's hard to
Lumberjacks
say.
around the ring. I tell you what, dude, it's getting wild and woolly. Now, Doug Masters, you say that you've been beating me everywhere. Well, I'll tell you what, the only thing that's been getting the workout, dude, it's not the belt, it's them tennis shoes you got on your feet. Because, dude, you just keep running. You run and run and run. We put the belts on the pole, and that can't keep you in. We tie each other together, and you have to have Tony Falk come down and help you. Well,
He's yelling a lot. This is a good promo.
I got 3 of the toughest people in the whole wide world at ringside. I got the DWB, I got Jeff Jarrett, and I got the Simply beautiful Miss Texas right there. But don't let this
Why is Jeff Jarrett back out again?
Fool nobody, because that little lady's tough and she's going to tear you up. Now, I'll tell you what, Tony Falk.
Why does it feel like there's 2 different people booking 2 different shows that are happening during the same time slot simultaneously? It's so confusing.
You get back in the ring, you're going to get beaten. Oh, it's going to be fun. Don't you amazing. Ain't that right, DWB?
That's it, you know. And I'm, well, excuse me there. I'm liable to get a little bored with the match, you know. So Eric Embry,
was that gum or his teeth? What just popped out of his mouth right there?
Because I haven't forgot about you. What do you think? What about CJ, baby?
CJ, if you stick your nose in the match, honey, I will beat you like I own you.
What the hell fell out of his mouth?
And Eric Embry, I don't know if you know what this is, because this is a weight.
Well, everybody else cutting 2-second promos. Bart Sawyer cut a minute and a half, so
well,
he
later
might
on
have some
tonight, I'm
heat.
going to have my chair, but Eric Embry earlier, I'm going to get this weight belt, and you're going to feel this leather across your face.
All right, Bart Sawyer along with his Lumberjacks.
He said he's going to hit him in the face.
Tony Anthony and Miss Texas. Coming up this week, Bart Sawyer and Doug Masters. Going to be an interesting bout. Lumberjacks around the ring, as we said. These 2 have had Indian strap match. They've had strap on the pole. This week, a Lumberjacks match, and we'll see how that turns out. Well, here we come now. Flamboyant Eric Embry along with Tony Falk. Embry's opponent today is T.D. Steele in the ring.
I remember T.D. Steele.
In the corner of Eric Embry.
I can't remember who's under the mask, but I definitely know the wrestler who is under the mask, T.D. Steele.
Finally gets in the ring. Tony Falk.
And I'm pretty sure that his initials.
To make a little bit later today.
Oh shit, he ain't even wearing a mask. Maybe I don't remember T.D. Steele. My bad, T.D. Steele. Or not my bad, I guess, because I don't remember you at all. I remember the name, I just don't remember the wrestler, I guess.
Heads his roll out to CJ in his corner. Referee Kevin Christian says ring the bell, and here we go. Corey Macklin sitting along ringside. USWA Championship Wrestling. A big day today already, boy. Embry and T.D. Steele now tangling up in the ring. T.D. Whoa!
Oh,
Embry
shit. Straight out the gate. Not good for T.D. Steele.
On his neck. Yeah, I saw it, Eric.
So are we not, are we not going to learn?
Eric Embry in the ring.
Who won this 3-man battle royal, or did it just not happen yet and I'm an idiot? And I wasn't paying attention to what date it happens, and maybe it happens at the end of this month, and we got to watch some more of these to get there. I've only got one more.
Jarrett, then you better be worried about Tom Pritchard coming up this week. You've got that Southern title bout, too.
Ready to go. I've got the whole run, but I've only got one more ready to go. I don't have a DVD player, so right now I'm having to rip each DVD and then load the video.
Got him in the air.
Which actually now seems like the way to go because it's working pretty good.
Big power move by flamboyant Eric Embry. There he is. Finally covers TD. 1. And tell the referee, don't worry about counting. Referee Kevin Christian telling him to go.
Well, if you don't want him to worry about counting, maybe don't pin him.
Boy, that's what makes me mad with these type of guys. Embry and the Moondogs and all of them come out here. They want to start the bout before the bell rings. Get in the ring. Instead of just pinning the guys and going on back to the dressing room, they've got to try
Come on, T.D. Steele, let's go. There's a punch.
That's horrible.
I don't think that counts as a punch, though.
Snaps him over. Goes
I
to the
pooted.
feet cover now.
I don't know if that picked up on the camera, but I did poot.
Picks TD up. He had to cover.
I don't want it to be some conspiracy theory. Did I or did I not fart? I
Working
farted
on TD still.
very hard.
TD in the headlock.
But I think like those little, that little lazy
Backs up in the corner now.
Quarter punch from the ground, that doesn't count. So Chris Frazier lands like one of those little lazy, it barely touches them punches to the stomach and they don't even register it. That does not count. Oh, Miss Texas got the belt. Oh, CJ done ran after her. This guy don't know what to do.
Tony Falk and CJ coming back now. They went running after Miss Texas. Miss Texas just came out here with that leather strap and slashed CJ right on the bumper there.
Oh, she hit her in the ass. She strapped her. I was like, wait, she took the strap and they're mad about that? So Miss Texas ran out there and strapped old gal in the ass and they missed it. They didn't get the shot. So that's a bummer.
Yeah, now Embry, he's upset now. Kicks TD right in the midsection there. TD still. Going against Embry. Whoa.
That's a good DDT.
By Embry. He's going for
That's
the
a finish.
now. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Eric Embry. Yeah,
the hell off
Miss
me.
Texas now. That's it. Eric Embry, the winner over TD still. Boy, he's looking for Miss Texas. Miss Texas came out here. Last CJ. Tony Falk and CJ went running after Miss Texas. Couldn't get her, though.
Tony Falk's great. I love Tony Falk.
Match, that's going to be interesting all coming up this week. We've got more here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony here with me, but before we talk with Tony, last Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum, it was the Unified World Heavyweight Title Battle Royal. The Birdman, Coco Beware, Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony, and the Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord all participated. Here's highlights of that. Coco and Tony Anthony both with a series of right hands.
Oh, is this the three-man battle royal? Sandman didn't make it.
Tony. Birdman telling me, Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony to cover him and pin him. Anthony picks him up, though. And
oh, you can pin him in these battle royals. Okay.
Oh, boy. Gaylord down. Coco telling Tony Anthony again to cover him. Going to pin him. 1, 2, 3. Gaylord is out. Tony Anthony trying to decide. Goes for the cover now. 2, 3. Got a 3 count out of it. Hey, look at this. Coco rolls Anthony. 2, 3.
Oh, Coco with the damn setup. That was the three-man battle royal.
He got the pin cover on you there, Tony.
Well, there's no doubt in anybody's mind he did beat me for the 3 count. But you know, I've had a couple of surprises.
I hope that wasn't the three-man battle royal. That wasn't the battle royal.
Right there, you just seen. But see, I didn't let you know something that really bothered me was he kept telling me, pin the man, and finally when I did, I figured we'd eliminate him, and then me and Coco would square up and just see who was the better man to go after that world title shot.
No, that was it.
I just, you know, I couldn't let it lay there.
It was the 90s.
Straight in the dressing
Different
room.
times.
I said, Coco, what's wrong with you? I don't believe it. Well, the other surprise was he got straight up and he said, come on, white boy, let's go talk to Eddie Marlin. And I said, well, that's fine with me. So we went and talked to Eddie Marlin, and we've got another match signed. And Coco, you can be a nasty little bird sometimes. But you know, I didn't get the name the Dirty White Boy by helping old ladies across the street. I got the name by beating people up. Now, if you want to pull a little tricky stuff, if you want to be sly, and if you even have the least hint of cheating, baby, that's right down my alley. So, Coco, you get ready, brother, because, you know, there's something that I like even better than beating people up, and that's doing a little bird hunting. That's right, Coco. So come Monday night, brother, I'm going to do me a little bird hunting.
I like bird hunting more than beating people up. What a weird thing to say.
At the Unified World Heavyweight Championship.
We'll see. That's
who the fuck likes bird hunting?
Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony and the Birdman Coco Beware. We will find out who will get the shot this time at the Unified World Heavyweight title.
Pretty anticlimactic with that three-man battle royal. Not gonna lie.
Look at USWA Wrestling.
I guess a triple threat match back then was
also
a battle royal.
Night, January 17th, Kennett, Missouri, at the American Legion Building. Lawler, the King, will be there. Moondogs, Kamala, Robert Fuller, Jeff Jarrett, Embry, Richard Lawson will line up for Kennett, Missouri on the 17th of this month. 24th of January on a Friday
Houston.
night, Houston, Mississippi Championship Wrestling.
Down there at the elementary.
School
We
there in Houston.
remember.
The King will be there. The Moondogs, Kamala, Jaron and Fuller, Embry and Pritchard, and others lined up for Houston, Mississippi. Championship Wrestling Sunday. The date was scheduled for Saturday the 25th. It's been changed, so all of you.
There we go. We got a date down there in Jonesboro. It was for Saturday. They had to move it. That's why tickets were already on sale. Sunday, February 2nd at the Arrow Barrel Community Center on Church Street. USWA Wrestling featuring Jerry the King Lawler. And Jeff Jarrett will also be in attendance down there. $1 off all tickets. Advance tickets on sale.
Corinth, Mississippi at the Corinth High School there.
Come on down to Corinth, Mississippi, Friday, February 21st down there at the high school. Coming soon to Ripley, Tennessee and Ripley, Mississippi.
Be sure to be
Both
right there. Nothing like
of
seeing
the
it live and in person.
Ripley.
Also, just a note here for kids. I know you may have seen the story, maybe in the papers and all this week. The unveiling of 2 toys worth $65,000. An old-fashioned Riverboat and Martin semi-trailer truck will be unveiled at the Mall of Memphis this Thursday morning at 10:30. I'll be there to unveil those toys worth $65,000 at the Mall of Memphis. We'll do that this week. We'll do more here. Stay with us.
The Mall of Memphis. They put over boats at the Mall of Memphis. Anything they can do to make $1 on this bullshit. Hell yeah.
And Tony Falk, you had a special announcement to make. Is this your special announcement? Or, I don't know.
Okay, let me tell you, first of all, I'm so excited because I'm going to introduce to you Miss Jennifer. This lady is the love of my life. I want all you people to get a good look at Miss Jennifer.
Well, she's a nice-looking lady, Tony, but...
Look, Miss Jennifer wasn't ready for the spotlight, I don't think.
That's right.
I wonder what Miss Jennifer did to get her spot in wrestling.
I fell in love the first minute I took a look at this lady. So from now on, wherever Tony Falk is, you're going to see Miss Jennifer right there beside him.
Well, all right. It's all right with me, Tony Falk and Miss Jennifer.
I hope Miss Jennifer's not a big decision maker in Southern wrestling still, and I'm like going to get a lot of heat. She's doing great. Good job, Miss Jennifer. Proud of you. Look, they're dying. They are dying laughing right now. She's so nervous. That crowd is dying.
He'll be facing Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller, along with his partner Doug Masters. Here comes Masters now. There's Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller greeting the fans and getting ready to head into the ring against Doug Masters and Tony Falk with Miss Jennifer at ringside.
Good luck to Miss Jennifer. I'll be right back. Party people, don't go nowhere.
To be associated with Tony Falk. She's a nice-looking lady. Oh, but I don't know. Tony says it's fiancé, so I guess Robert Fuller's over here blowing kisses. Well, Tony Falk said this is the greatest day of his life. Referee Kevin Christian waiting on him to say ring it, and we'll get to it. Trying to get the ring cleared so we can get 2 participants. There he is. And there we go. Jeff Jarrett, Robert Fuller against Doug Masters, Tony Falk. Tony in the corner now against Jeff Jarrett. Tony! Oh, nice takedown by Tony. Yeah, nice takedown. Look at this. Jumps outside of the ring. Grabs Jennifer and kisses her and back in the ring. Now, I don't know. She may give him a little more spunk. He'll need it against Jarrett and Fuller. Tony Falk looked good. Nice takedown on Jeff there. Tangling up with Jarrett now. Jeff got him. Look at Tony's got that arm bar. Jeff reverses, snaps Tony Falk down. Falk with the scissors. Jumps up. Yeah, Tony Falk. Oh, yeah, out of the ring again. Jumps out of the ring again, kisses Jennifer. Miss Jennifer, he calls her. Miss Jennifer. Tony Falk back in the ring now. Jeff tags his partner, Robert Fuller. Robert comes in. Still working on that left arm of Tony Falk. Takes Tony down. working on Tony Falk. This bout to the expiration of time. Jarrett and Fuller. It's Doug Masters and Tony Falk. Robert snaps Tony down. Almost had a pin cover there on Falk. Robert working with that arm of Tony Falk. Tags on Doug Masters. Robert snaps Doug down. Whoa, Masters tried to get his foot in the rope there so he could get a break. Didn't work though. Robert Fuller pulled him out of that rope. Stopped him from getting a break too. Masters trying for that move again. Goes on the middle rope. Oh, Robert pulls him again out of there. He won't let him get a break. Doug Masters could be a smart move. He got it to work though. Get a little breather in. Robert won't let it work for him. Working on that arm of Doug Masters. Tags on his partner, Jeff Jarrett. Jeff on the middle rope now. Comes down on the arm of Doug Masters. Twisting that arm. Takes Masters into the ropes. Comes off. Big hip toss by Jeff. Boy, he threw him all over the ring with that hip toss. There's Miss Jennifer in the corner of Tony Falk. Standing right by Tony. Tony says it's his fiancé. Well, we'll have to see about that one. Jarrett and Doug Masters tangling up now.
Sorry, dabbed while I was going.
Has Masters in a headlock. Masters pulls Jeff. Whoa! Elbow knocked him down. Look at Jeff. Great move. Big drop kick by Jeff Jarrett. Hey, look at Miss Jennifer over here. I don't know if we can get a
I hope
picture
it was a
of
good
her,
match.
but
How's Miss
she's over there
Jennifer
looking at
handling
Jeff.
everything?
Cheers for Jeff Jarrett. I'm sure Tony Falk didn't see that about Tony jumps out of the ring. Kisses Miss Jennifer. Miss Jennifer.
Did somebody goose Miss Jennifer? What happened?
Jarrett and Tony. Tangling up now. Tony working on the left arm of Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, hollers out and that's Miss Jennifer. What do you think about that, huh?
Oh, Miss Jennifer.
Every move he makes, how about it, Jennifer? He's got Jeff working on the arm of Jeff. Good move by Falk, though. Working on that arm of Jeff Jarrett. It's about to the expiration of time. Could go 2 falls, possibly 3 falls. We don't know. Tony still working on that arm of Jeff Jarrett. Twisting that arm. And Jeff gets out of the move. Back on his feet now. Hey, look at Falk. He pulled his hair there.
Working the hair there.
Robert Fuller trying to tell the referee, hey, look at Doug Masters. He comes in now without a tag, anything. They switch up on Jeff now, trying to get a little more strength on Jarrett.
Look at Jim Jarrett really selling that arm bar there.
Look at that, they come right there. Back in the ring, Tony Falk and Doug.
Oh yeah, Miss Jennifer holding up real well. Good job, Miss Jennifer.
Oh, big elbow by Falk. Falk jumps over Jarrett. Comes back, reversal. Hip toss by Tony Falk. Nice move by, oh, he's got to jump out of the ring. Kiss Miss Jennifer again. Boy, now this is getting bad. Now, Tony.
Miss Jennifer.
Tony would fought his foul. He may would win this match, I tell you. Jumps out of the ring after every move he makes. Kisses Miss Jennifer. May would win if he would concentrate on the bout. Tony Falk and Jeff Jarrett in the middle of the ring now. Falk with some words to the fans now. Some unnecessary words. Jeff, get it ready now. Tangles up with Tony Falk. Falk. Whoa, Jarrett. Whoa.
It's a long-ass match for a TV match. They didn't usually run this long.
Right jab by Tony Falk. Got Jeff in the turnbuckle. Another right.
I guess though all four of these guys are like legit, like not top guys. I'm not saying like that, but top guys for this fucking show. Top mid card at least. Oh no, not sexual assault on Miss Jennifer. That's not good. Sexual assault on Miss Jennifer. He said she liked it. That's not good. That's not good at all.
He kissed Miss Jennifer on the smuckers there. Boy, she liked it too.
Oh, goddamn. He keeps talking about how much she liked it. But I guess only because she's like, someone clearly told her to act like you like
Right
it.
hand on the side of Jeff Jarrett. Falk.
Which maybe she did, but still, not the point. You can't just run up and be kissing women because they're the girlfriend of a guy you don't like.
This is the first ball of action to the expiration of time. May have 2 falls out of this one.
Still not bad though.
Maybe even 3. We'll see.
I don't like remember any blatant racism or homophobia yet. So that's pretty good. 2 whole episodes.
Elbow by Tony Falk. Takes Jeff Jarrett down. Boy, Falk is upset. Every move that Tony made, he had to jump outside of the ring and kiss Miss Jennifer. Jeff went in. 2 count there by Tony. He almost had a pin, too. Jeff went in with a big drop kick on Tony, a couple of clotheslines on Falk and Masters. He jumped out of the ring and thought he'd give Miss Jennifer
giving him the business over everybody.
Hey, look at Jarrett fighting back now on Doug Masters. Right hand by Jeff. Another right hand. Hey, look at Tony Falk.
This is a long ass match.
Robert Fuller comes over. Tennessee stud.
They're taking this down damn near to the end of the show.
He's choking him on that rope.
He's choking the shit out of him on that rope.
Kevin Christian turning around. Falk and Masters were choking him there.
A lot of Miss Jennifer coverage on this episode of USWA.
He's still looking at Jeff Jarrett. Interesting there. Big right hand by Masters. 1, 2. Oh, Robert Fuller comes in and throws Masters off. Masters throws Jarrett into the boot of Tony Falk. Falk up on the middle rope now. Comes down. Big right hand on Jarrett. Takes Jeff into the ropes. Oh,
sleeper hold. That's your ass, buddy.
Tony Falk.
Nobody gets out of the Tony Falk sleeper.
Robert Fuller wanting to get a tag with his partner there. Jarrett trying to fight that sleeper hold Tony Falk has on him. Falk's got a good hold on him, too. Brings Jeff
He's
down.
going down.
Tony Falk, Miss Jennifer may be a plus for Tony. I tell you, he's been wrestling well today.
Yeah, look at that. Letting them know I'm killing this man.
A sleeper hold on Jeff. Falk holding Jarrett down. Jeff's arm is...
He's got just a little bit left now. That's it. It's over. Count it, ref. 1, 2, 3. Both his shoulders are down. 7, 8, 9, 12. Both his shoulders are down. 15, 16, 17, 18. He's up. That goddamn ref is terrible. I don't know who his daddy is, but he should be ashamed of his son's referee skills.
Takes Jeff down. Ho, ho. But Jarrett with a smart move. Snap Falk right in the neck. Jarrett working on the midsection of Doug Masters now. They're both in the ring.
How the hell are you back up already, Tony?
In the ring, throws Tony Falk outside the ring there. Going out to Tony. Jarrett.
Oh, hell, we got pandemonium party, people.
Jeff's down on the
Feel like the Moondogs are going to show up at any moment and start hitting people with fucking bones.
He's got a Jeff, and Jarrett.
Uh-oh. Cranked him. That's it. He hit him with the Moondog chair. Count it. Where's the ref? Get your ass in there and count it. There it is. We didn't know it because you couldn't see the ref counting, but that's fine. Who needs to see the ref counting?
Look at Miss Jennifer. She's still standing over there looking at Jeff.
Assholes.
Tony Falk was over here at the desk. Well, she's still got eyes for Jeff. I don't know.
She's still got eyes for Jeff, ladies and gentlemen. Her
Tony
too.
Falk was doing good one while there. Oh, but I don't know. There's Jeff Jarrett. Robert Fuller and Jeff Jarrett get the win. And oh, yeah, Tony Falk trying to help his partner, Doug Masters, out there now. Yeah. Tony Falk.
He got a goddamn concussion. Help your man out.
Complaining. We'll take our time. We may have time for another fall. We'll see Masters get up on his feet. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Oh, maybe that's a hustle. They keep saying maybe we have time for one more fall. Let's see if they ever have a match after they say they have one fall.
Hey, we're back. In case you're wondering today about the King, Jerry Lawler not with us today. The King and Jeff Jarrett won the tournament to go to Japan, and of course, Jeff wanted to stay here with his partner Robert Fuller, his newly formed partner, and try to get those world belts back from the Moondogs. So they sat down and had a talk and talked with the promotion. And the King got the Boogie Woogie Man, handsome Jimmy Valiant.
The Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant.
He won't be here this week. Back with us next week. Hopefully they'll win those belts and all that big money they've got over in Japan, too, and bring it back right here in the USA, even in Memphis. King also has a big show tomorrow, 10:30 here on TV5 tomorrow morning. The Jerry Lawler Show. He'll have some highlights, blast from the past, with Andy Kaufman. You remember him, and the David Letterman Show and all that went on with Lawler and Kaufman.
Remember him?
Those pile
David Letterman Show and all of those things that
and much more on the
went on.
Show. That's tomorrow morning, 10:30, right here on TV5. Let's take a look at the action coming up Monday night, Mid-South Coliseum, USWA Championship Wrestling. Opening bout tonight.
They was just hustling you. They're saying maybe we have time for another match so you don't leave, so you stick around and watch them pitch their fucking road show again in their Monday night show.
Will be the opening bout of the night.
Good
Brian
hustle.
Christopher will be facing William the Freezer Thompson here. Brian says he wants to be in single bouts. Defeated Tony last week at the Coliseum, and he'll be facing the Freezer in a single bout. Wanted to get world title bout. The Birdman, Coco Beware, won the World Tag Tournament, the World Title Tournament last week. He and Tony Anthony had some words in the dressing room, met with the wrestling promotion, met with Eddie Marlin, and decided to have a single bout. And the winner of this bout, Monday night, the Coliseum between Coco and Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony, will get the shot.
I'm all about Memphis
cat fight.
and being deeply ridiculous, but man, that's a whole lot.
That's going to be very.
Why would Coco Beware put up his damn title shot?
Fight here. Southern heavyweight title bout. Eric Embry hasn't said much at all about this, but we'll have to see. Embry will be facing Dr. Tom Pritchard for that Southern heavyweight title. Pritchard and Embry, a lot of heat there, a lot of Texas blood. That's going to be a good single bout, well worth the price of admission in itself. Embry and Pritchard. Then, lumberjack strap match. Any of these bouts could be main events all over. Doug Masters and Bart Sawyer facing off against each other.
I ain't gonna lie, man, I keep getting Bart Sawyer and Doug Masters confused because they fucking look exactly the same.
Bart Sawyer, Eric Embry, Tony Falk, and CJ in Doug Masters' corner. Lumberjacks around the ring, and Doug Masters, Bart Sawyer says he'll have to decide this time whether he's going to stay in the ring or get out of the ring. Either way it goes, it's going to be a tough decision for him. Then the main event of the night. World Tag Team titles at stake. Richard Lee brings in those crazy.
I wonder how long these motherfuckers are going to be fighting for.
World Tag Team titles
at some point, Robert Fuller and Jeff Jarrett are going to have to start having a feud, it seems like, right?
World Tag Team title bout. Jarrett and Fuller go after the Moondogs. That's all Monday night, 7:30 at Mid-South Coliseum. Parking is free again this week.
Parking is free.
No increase in prices. It'll all be at the Mid-South Coliseum. Good night to bring the family out and enjoy USWA Championship Wrestling. Well, last week out at the Mid-South Coliseum, Eric Embry and CJ on against Dr. Tom Pritchard and Miss Texas. Take a look at this bout.
Embry jumps Pritchard before the bell. There's the
Tom Pritchard have his T-shirt tucked into his wrestling trunks? That's exciting.
Look at that. Embry nails Miss Texas and laid her flat out. Embry throws Pritchard into the ropes, comes off. Whoa!
That's good DDT.
Sleeper hold.
Sleeper hold.
Here comes CJ now in the ring. Jumping on top of Tom Pritchard.
That was not good. She couldn't get up there. Oh, man. Who in the hell said it was a good idea to allow every fucking bad guy's girlfriend to be in a damn wrestling ring? What the fuck was that? Oh, is that why he whooped her? No, that was another guy that whooped her, didn't he? This is another whooping him. Oh, hit him with the Memphis powder. God damn, ring the bell. Ring the damn bell. It's not good. Now they got him wrapped up. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen.
Referee Frank Morrell down on the mat. As Miss Texas and CJ are going after each other.
I don't know what CJ's doing. Look, she can't even goddamn get down on one knee and spank somebody without goddamn falling over. Look, he said stop. I'll do it. You fucking up. Oh, he's hitting her hard as hell. That is not okay. Or maybe it is. She's tough as fucking nails. Look at that. God. Damn, what a bump. Hey, now don't go throwing punches at Frank Morrell, you son of a bitch.
Trying to fight back. Embry and Tony Clark double teams him. Pulls out a clothes hanger.
What's he got? A clothes hanger? God damn. Why do you have a clothes hanger, you fucking creep?
Yeah, well, that was last week out at the Mid-South Coliseum. This week, Dr. Tom Pritchard has a
here you go.
title bout.
Watch him. He's about to cut a straight Rowdy Roddy Piper promo. Like a complete copy.
Week, Tom.
Corey, let me ask you something. How many times has Eric Embry been on this program today? How many times has he come out here today?
He's been out here a lot, too much.
He's been out here a little bit too much, I might say. But let me ask you this. How many times has he mentioned the fact that he's got a Southern title match against me Monday night?
None. I haven't heard him mention it. I've been talking about it, though. I've been talking about it.
It's actually not as bad as I remember
Embry mention it because I think this is one of those matches that Eric Embry would rather forget about. I think Eric Embry really doesn't want to think about the fact that Monday night you've got to face me in the ring in Memphis, Tennessee for the Southern Heavyweight Championship.
Like Roddy. Why do I remember him sounding like Rowdy Roddy Piper?
I think because the last time it was just you and me, Eric, I just stuffed your neck all the way down to your intestines. And Monday night in Memphis, Tennessee, it's going to be just you and me again, Eric.
Oh, there you go.
And you know,
because when he gets into the promo of it, when he's actually doing his wrestler bit, it's Roddy Piper. When he's just talking like him, it's not so much.
Everywhere I go, I'm Texas born, I was Texas bred, and yeah, when I'm gone, I will be Texas dead. But you see, you know something else about me, Eric. Just because I'm coming out of a different dressing room door now, just because maybe the people may clap once in a while for me, and not everybody does.
That's some Rowdy Roddy Piper
right there. But you know
there.
that I can be just as nasty as I want to be. And you know that I beat you for the Southern Heavyweight Championship before. And you know that I am the Texas Heavyweight Champion, and I've been both the Southern Heavyweight Champion and the Texas Champion at the same time. And Monday night in Memphis, Eric, I'm going to be the Southern Heavyweight Champion.
You're going to keep naming the same two titles over and over and over and over?
Now, let me just get this straight. You're a big, tough man.
Good hair, though. God damn, look at the hair.
Some girl that you want to call your hairdresser, your
thick-ass
hairstylist,
neck.
whatever it is.
Dope-ass shades.
That's not going to keep you a champion.
Got the rings on.
You can come out here and ignore the fact all night long that I'm going to be on your back Monday night. But you see, I don't like being ignored. I don't like being forgotten. I like being the center of attention. And being the Southern Heavyweight Champion not only makes me the center of attention, but it makes me the #1 contender for the Unified World Heavyweight Championship.
That Unified World Heavyweight Championship was the real title to me. Not the big gold belt, not the WWF World title. The Unified World Heavyweight Championship that Jerry Lawler held for most of my life.
CJ, Monday night, I got you one-on-one. You can't run and you can't hide behind that sick, pathetic, filthy-looking Eric Embry.
Get her.
Monday night, I'm going to show you who the toughest bee in town.
Let me just say this, Corey.
That was a bad motherfucker. She'll fuck you up, bro. She probably out there right now ready to fuck somebody up.
He's the kind of guy that can get you and sit you down and talk a lot of trash. But you see, I'm not a stupid man. I like money, I like fame, and I like titles. And Monday night, it's all coming to a head, and it's coming back to me.
We'll see. Monday night, Dr.
I like
Tom
money,
Pritchard
fame, and titles. That's a heel promo.
Heavyweight title against flamboyant Eric Embry, who is the holder of the belt.
Okay.
Going to be a lot of heat in that one. We'll check our time, see what kind of time we have. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
We'll check our time, see what kind of time we have. It can't be much. This has to be closing in on the end of this show. And it'll also be the closing of the end of this stream.
All right, we're back and don't have time for another
We'll do two. Every time we go, every Thursday, we'll do 2 hours of this shit until we run out of...
Today, and he got the win last week over Tony Williams in the boxing bout. Defeated Bart Sawyer with some help from Eric Embry, too. Embry came out and says, well, I like this guy's style, and I just want to make him a little more mean. Not only that, but he wants to make him cheat in bouts, too. Comes out here, tripped up Bart Sawyer, and Brian Christopher got the win. Richard Lee brought the International Roughnecks, the Moondogs.
We just going to do a recap? That's all right, I guess.
Jumped up on Jimmy Wilson and George Robertson, their opponents this week. They beat up on those two young guys, just two young guys in the profession, trying to get over in the business, and the Moondogs just don't care. They just come out here and just humiliate those two guys, beat them before the bell even sounded, beat them in the ring, didn't get the pin cover, finally got the pin cover after about 30 seconds.
They did beat the hell out of them.
Just beat up on Wilson and Robertson. Eric Embry came out, got the win on TD still. Jeff Jarrett and Robert Fuller in an interesting bout against Doug Masters and Tony Falk. Tony Falk had Miss Jennifer out here, who he says is his fiance. But I don't know if he had eyes for Jeff Jarrett out here today. And Tony, every move he made had some good moves. And every move that he made, he had to jump outside the ring and kiss Miss Jennifer on the cheek. Said Jeff cleared the ring with a couple of good moves, a nice drop kick and clothesline. He jumped out of the ring and gave her a kick smacker. And I think she liked that. But Monday night, Jeff Jarrett, Robert Fuller against the Moondogs. No disqualification. Richard Lee had the Moondogs out there with that whistle and those bones and all. It's all Monday night, 7:30 Mid-South Coliseum. Full action. Doug Masters and Bart Sawyer in the Lumberjack strap match. Cat fight. Miss Texas and CJ. Dr. Tom Pritchard and flamboyant Eric Embry for the Southern Heavyweight title. A bunch of bouts lined up for Monday night, 7:30 Mid-South Coliseum. Parking is free, so bring the family out and enjoy USWA Championship Wrestling. Nothing like being there, seeing it live. Hope you'll join us back here on next week for more of USWA Championship Wrestling. Dave Brown will be back with us on next week.
Thank God Dave Brown will be back with us.
Until then, till next week, I'm Corey Macklin. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody.